What's up, everyone? What is up? I'm about to make some oatmeal. That's what I got going on now. And I would love to have a chat and talk to you guys while I make some oatmeal. Also, a glass of ice water and a glass of tea. So I'm gonna make all these now. This freaking ice machine is gonna just fall out of ice as soon as I open it. Why not blue or green dreads? Blue or green dreads are probably coming soon. I'm just saving those colors for later on down the line. Big Danny K, what's good? Yes. You know that feeling when you get like fresh ice from an ice machine? I'm experiencing that right now. That's what I got going on right now. So question, has anyone ever used one of these water machines? This here is a quench water machine. I don't know how they do it, but the water tastes incredible, yo. Like it's filtered like 9 layers or something. The water just tastes freaking incredible out of these things. Like I could literally just drink water from one of these all day. Let's turn this back around. Okay. We got the water. There's also beer here. And it's not locked, so I could probably drink some. But I don't want to drink beer right now. It's still home. It's still early. Are you traveling or back home? So I'm back home. I didn't really... This morning I was going to finish one of the vlogs on Guatemala, but... I don't know. I think people that know me... I'm back in San Francisco now. I think people that know me know that I did not have a good time in Guatemala. You know? Like, I didn't just come out and say it, and, like, it was another video. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling Guatemala, like, at all. Like, at all. Like, as soon as I got there, I was ready to leave, basically. And I don't think I've ever been to a country and felt that way, like, ever. I don't think I've ever been to a country and felt like, yo, I'm already ready to go. Like, just getting on the flight, oh my gosh, the flight was a complete zoo. Like, it was just so much chaos. I'm back in San Francisco right now. It was just so much chaos, and I'm just like, yo, where in the hell am I going? Like, if people are getting on a plane like this, like, just imagine if this don't have an emergency landing. I mean, might as well just kiss your ass goodbye. And then, you know, once I got into the country, like, I'm in airport security, and there is, like, it's just complete chaos, yo. Like, most airports around the world have some sort of a line system, right? There was no line system at all, yo. Like, it was just standing around, like, I don't know, like, but that was chill, you know? It worked. Like, I'm not complaining about it, but I'm just saying, like, it made no sense. So, like, after I got my passport stamped, that was all cool. You know, like that was no problems, you know. And a lot of people think that with the red hair, like customs will give me problems. But actually with the red hair, it's completely obvious it's not my hair. So I think that they would probably give me less problems because they can obviously tell it's not my hair versus when it was black. When it was black, maybe they just didn't know because maybe they don't know black hair. But most people with common sense knows that it's probably not his hair, you know? So like, that was chill. And then like, I don't know, I basically went to a place that I would never go to as a traveler. And I'm not talking about Guatemala, I'm talking about the little town, Santa Cruz. That town had like one restaurant and it was in the middle of nowhere, and majority of the people at the hostel were like Americans, but like they were like anti-America, and I'm like pro-America, So I don't like to be around people who are anti-America, basically. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't like to be around people like that. So it just took a lot of energy out of me, you know? It just took a lot of energy out of me. Like, I just felt like a lot of people were like, I felt like some of the people I met there were just straight up losers. You know, like, you're just a fucking loser. Like, bottom line, you're just a freaking loser. And you just left the US because you went to school, you got all these stupid ass college loans, right? And now you don't want to work and pay it back, so you just want to leave the US and talk crap about it. Just leave, you know? I just wish that those people just gave up their passport, you know? I wish that they just took their passport and gave it away and took some other passport, like some African passport or some Central American passport, because you know what? They wouldn't go shit with one of those passports. That's why they're still holding on to the US passport. But I don't know, like, it just pissed me off. Like, I'm just like, I'm tired of these people, you know? These are losers. You know, it's almost like they played the game and they didn't succeed, so they're just frustrated. What's your favorite country? South Africa. I don't know. But maybe it could be people are like, they just see my happiness and they don't like it. Because I've been having such a good time since I've been back in the US. Do you hitchhike? No, I don't really hitchhike. Okay, it's like, I'm gonna break it down. So like, I'm not that type of traveler, okay? So my homie that I was going down to Guatemala to visit, she is that type of traveler. She's the type of traveler that'll hitchhike. I won't hitchhike. If I don't have enough money to go to the next place, like, I don't want to travel, basically. Like, I like to travel with money. I don't like to travel with no money. I know tons of travelers, they don't mind traveling the world with no money, and they don't know where they're gonna get their next dollar. Like, that's just not how I operate. Like, I want to know what I'm eating. Like, I don't want to have to just take food from random people. Like, I don't want to be that type of traveler. You know, that's how, you're on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? Like, you're basically like living day by day. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but that just ain't what I'm used to, you know? Where are you at? No, I'm not. I have the phone set up in front of this coffee machine, so I'm just sort of like making some tea. Do you feel safe being black and traveling? I don't really have a problem with it. But for the most part, people are afraid of black people, so you kind of have like your own protection because people don't want to fool with you. Well, at least you experience another country. Yeah, I've been to a lot of countries. 65 countries now, including the US. I'm like so over traveling for a minute. I just been around a lot of like, my past couple of trips, I've met a lot of US haters, bro. I'm tired of it. Stop hating on my country. What is the most inhospitable country? I don't really know. How old am I? I'm 32. I'm old. Yeah, I'm back in the breezy Bay Area. Do you like Swiss? I love Switzerland. Switzerland's dope. But if I say I'm gonna stop traveling, what that mean is I just won't do long trips. Like, I'll still do like a week trip, you know, 10-day trip. Do you want to have kids? I don't know. I'm probably not gonna meet anybody that I'm probably not gonna meet anybody that can click on me on my same level. Cause like, ever since I've been back in the Bay, like I'm not even trying to talk to nobody, yo. Cause like people, I feel like most people around here ain't fucking with my frequency right now, you know? Cause I'm on a whole different wavelength right now, yo. Looks metal as hell. What's metal as hell? don't even know. Life is just a trip. I've been having so much fun in life right now. What country has been your favorite to travel to? I really like South Africa. I really, really like South Africa, yo. I kind of want to do some U.S. travel, honestly. I really, really want to do some U.S. travel. But the U.S. travel is not cheap, dude. It's actually pretty dang expensive to travel in the U.S. Like, I would literally have to be balling to travel around the U.S. Like, even if you rented a car, even if I had a car and I'm driving from city to city, it's gas you got to deal with, you know? And then food, and then a place to stay. Like, finding a place to stay won't be as hard because I could probably couch surf or stay with subscribers like along the way, you know, like throughout the country. I could probably pull that one off, but it's getting from point A to point B. Like, the U.S. is a big country. So like now I have 3 of these. I'll be back, okay? So stay right there. I'm gonna go put these in and then I'll come back. I'm so thirsty. What's is the best food you've ever eaten? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know the best food I've ever eaten. That's a really good question. 64 ounces of water. That's a lot of water. So are you not trying to get to 100 countries anymore? So I'm still trying to go to 100 countries, but what I was thinking about was I don't necessarily have to do it like all at one time. Like, I don't have to be in a hurry to do it. It's not like it's not like I have a time frame, you know? So I guess that I can kind of slow down a little bit. But next year, I'm definitely gonna travel next year because I haven't settled down yet. Like, I was looking at a couple places to rent here, and I was thinking, I wouldn't mind living in this neighborhood, and I wouldn't mind paying this amount of money, you know? This would be pretty dope. But I haven't signed anything yet. But who knows? I'll probably rent a place in San Francisco and then still travel, which will kind of be pointless. But have you been to Russia or any former Soviet countries? Yes, I have. I've been to the Baltics, like Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia. And I've also been to Ukraine. Ukraine was pretty wild, yo. Ukraine was pretty wild. Which neighborhood? If I lived in the city, I'll probably live in the TL. That's where I would want to live. Just because of, it's very centrally located. It's not the best neighborhood in the city. It's actually one of the shittiest neighborhoods in the city. But it's very centrally located. And if you live in the TL, like, I don't know, I give a lot of people mad props to live in the TL. Especially if you're not black. Like, I give you mad props, yo. So, like, I want to live in the TL. Like, I like the neighborhood. I like the location. And I want to contribute to the community, you know? Or you was working at Airbnb headquarters. What are you doing, TaskRabbit? What is the TL? The TL is the Tenderloin neighborhood. The Tenderloin neighborhood is not the best neighborhood. It's the neighborhood in Union Square where there's like A lot of people like strung out on drugs, basically. But you can find decent places there, and not every place is bad, you know? Eddie Jones, yeah, 6th Street. I mean, I guess 6th Street is technically not the TL, but it's got the same vibe that you can almost call it the TL, you know? You should download Blue Crew app. I think it's better gigs out in SF. Blue Crew, I will definitely check that out. Have you visited any countries on west side of Africa? No, not yet. I haven't visited any place on west side of Africa. What's your favorite airlines? Probably British Airways. Probably British Airways, just because they just really hooked it up on drinks last time. And flight attendants was like hella nice, you know. Food was decent. So I would say, like, I've had a lot of problems with Virgin Atlantic. Once I flew with them, and they told me I could fly with my skateboard, and then I couldn't. And then once I flew with them, and they completely messed up my vegan meal. That happened like 4 times, though. Because it was a round trip flight from South Africa to the U.S. And going there, they messed it up. But they just happened to have an extra vegan meal on the plane. And then I think that was one flight from Johannesburg to London. And then from London to the U.S., like, I had like no food, basically. A lot of travel bloggers are doing British Airways, probably because it's cheap. Because right now, there's not a lot of Brits traveling. That's the thing. It's not a lot of Brits traveling, so like those prices are really cheap. So you got a lot of Americans traveling, and then, you know, the Brits that are YouTubers, you know, they're probably moving around. What is your favorite country? So I have another trip coming up in like 2 weeks. I'm just going to Tennessee. But next country, maybe I'll do Vietnam. Like somewhere in January, if I don't like find a place and rent, you know? Because I'm really thinking about doing that too. I'm really thinking about like just staying here full time because, okay, so check this out. I'm gonna just give it to you guys. So when I'm back, usually what I'll do is I'll work a lot, right? So what do I do with the money when I work? Well, it really depends. Like, if I know I have a trip and I'm leaving in less than a month, I'll work, I'll save some money, you know, I'll buy some stocks, and then I'll save a lot of money for the trip, right? Or sometimes I don't save a lot of money for the trip. Sometimes I'll just use the YouTube money that I make for the trip. But usually I'll just save money, right? But if I don't have any trips planned, and I'm still working the same amount, like, I literally save so much freaking money because I'm not like, it's not like I'm shopping all the time. It's not like I'm constantly buying stuff. Like, I don't buy shit for the most part. You know, like, I don't buy anything except for food. And lately, like, since I even been back in the U.S., like, I haven't even been eating out that much. Like, a lot of my meals I've been making at the house. You know what I mean? So like that video that I made like a year ago talking about how I spend $3,000 a month, bro, that video is so inaccurate right now. I probably spend like, I don't even want to say, but like, believe me, it's a whole lot less than that. Like a whole lot less than that. Like, because I don't rent a car anymore. I definitely don't eat out near as much, and yeah, something else. But yeah, it's pretty nice. So I don't know. I just been saving money like crazy. Like, I've been, you know, buying gold. I've been buying Tesla. I've been investing in this other app. Like, another app that I'm gonna pop out with next week is I'm putting $1,000 in Fundrise. So I'll make a video talking about investing $1,000 in Fundrise. Like, this is pretty much, if I don't travel, like, I'm just going to be doing this shit all the time. It's going to be like, yo, let's get $10,000 in Fundrise. And then after you get $10,000 in Fundrise, it's like, okay, let's get $10,000 in this other app, right? And I'm just gonna work and get $10,000 in that one. And let's get $10,000 in this one over here. Like, that's just what I'm gonna do, you know? Instead of make travel videos. And I think maybe I do want to do this for a little bit. Maybe I do want to hit a couple goals of like put 10,000 here and then 10,000 there. And then after that, go travel, you know, for a little bit. And then come back and like just do another goal of like 10,000 or something. Yeah, I've made like way more than 2,000 from YouTube. Yeah. But like YouTube now is, I don't know what to say. Work, save, travel, that's definitely the way to go. Have you ever worked on the logo? I haven't. Is that a new whistle? What do they mean? Oh, I don't know. What are you up to next Sunday? I'm in a scooter meetup on Pier 17 if you're down. Next Sunday? You mean like tomorrow, Rob? I'm down to meet up. You got my phone number, so you should probably like text me and remind me. I'm down to meet up. You want to meet up tomorrow or next week? Or both? We should do both. Right now, I literally have 3 batteries in my backpack. 3 boosted freaking batteries in my backpack and 1 on the board. Like yesterday, like I was skating and I like had 2 dead batteries in my backpack and I like left them at the house charging. And then I came back down to WeWork and like I had another battery here at WeWork, and so I pulled that one out. And then I went did like some jobs and then came back, went back to the place and then switched the 2 batteries, the dead ones that I had for the 2 ones that were already charged, and then woke up this morning and had all batteries at home. So I'm like, yo, that's crazy. What up, Terrence? Yeah, I'm back in Cali. I'll probably still come out with another freaking Guatemala video because there's like a couple videos that I haven't edited from there. I just didn't feel like editing this morning. How far can you go on boosted 1 battery? You can go about 5 miles on 1 battery. But in San Francisco, that's not exactly going to be 5 miles because of all these hills. I saw that rant. You go in the garage. I don't know what that is. Favorite European country? I don't know. That's a real tough question to answer there. Dang, that's a tough question to answer because European countries, there's levels to European countries, yo. Like straight up, like it's levels to, I mean, you got your rich European countries and you got your poor European countries, and they're so completely different. I'll have to answer this question twice. I'm gonna talk about the rich ones and then I'm gonna talk about the poor ones, right? I don't know. I really like England a lot, but then I also like Switzerland. I haven't spent as much time in Switzerland as I spent in England, but Switzerland is like really chill. People are like really like down to earth, really chill. They're not like French or they're not like the Italians, you know? And then, poor European country, I really like Macedonia, of course. I really like Macedonia. Of course, I'm going to say Macedonia because I spent the most time in Macedonia than I've spent in any other. I think I've spent the most time in Macedonia than I've spent any other European country. I've definitely spent quite a bit of time in England, but I don't think I've spent a total of like 2.5 months. Alpha. It was hot in Eastern Europe. That was straight up Eastern Europe too. Uber is bank. England's a dump. Y'all think England's a dump? I already been to Morocco. Morocco's old news. Funny thing about Morocco, they always go for the last page on your passport. I don't know why, but like they always do that. Like I talked to hella other travelers and they told me the same thing. Like, yeah, they always go for your last page. I'm like, why do they do that? I guess because they can easily find the stamp in your passport. Yeah, Morocco. I'd go back to Morocco. They got really good hash in Morocco. Really good hash. Are you still in Guatemala? They. No, I'm not in Guatemala. I'm back in the U.S. Oh, so the reason why they go to the back of your passport is because that's just what they do. And also, whenever you travel around Morocco and you go stay at a hotel, they write this number in your passport, like on the back page, like right above the stamp. And when they write this number in your passport, you have to write that same number when you check into like a hotel. And that's how they track to see where you went, like in the country. So like they doing some stuff like that. But it's a Muslim country, and like Muslim countries are way more strict than like your other average countries. Like I don't know. Like, I kind of want to say something, but like, I don't want to sound bad. But like put it like this: like I've never been groped so many times as I was groped in freaking Morocco. It was just really weird. Like I don't think I've ever shared this experience, but like. You know how sometimes when someone like when you go through airport security and like you get a pat down, right? But I remember going through airport security and it was like I got a pat down and I like straight up got like a huge like grope. It happened a couple times in Morocco. And it's like the only country I remember that like I've ever been groped like that in the airport, like multiple times, you know? But yeah, like I got groped somewhere else in Morocco. I don't really want to talk about it. No, it wasn't pickpocketing. It was straight up like, yo, you just grabbed my dick. You know? It wasn't like you was trying to search me. It was like, yo, that was intimate, dude. But like, what can you say? Like, you're in airport security. No, I'm not. I'm not thinking about going back to Morocco. I mean, I would go back. It's not one of those countries that I don't want to go back to, but I'm not. I just don't really have a reason to. I mean, if I met someone and they're like, "Yo, let's go to Morocco," I mean, I'll probably go, you know. But would I just like book a flight and just show back up over there? No. But most countries I wouldn't do that unless I go back if I got a reason. Most Muslim countries are strict on Muslims, so I will. Yeah, that's why I don't really like to go to Muslim countries that much because they're strict. Like, I like to go to places where like women can show their skin and stuff. You can see their face. Muslim countries they don't really do that. So I'm like, it's just not my place. Also, like I like to go places, and like I just like to see the equal balance. And in Muslim countries, you just don't see the equal balance. Like, when I was in Morocco, I'm walking around in the daytime, and you just see dudes sitting at the coffee shops and at the hookah bars just smoking. But you don't see, like, any women, like, anywhere. Like, no women. And I'm like, what do these dudes do? Like, just jack off all day? Like I need to see some chicks, yo. Like, it's nice to see a girl, you know. It's nice to walk by a girl and like you can smell their hair and you like, damn, that shit smell good, yo. Like I don't know, it's just a part of life, you know. But when you're in a place and you don't see women like that, it's like, okay, it's different. But then it's like, where are they? Are they happy? You know, and of course, all the women will tell you that they're happy and they want to do this and they want to cover themselves up and it's 100 degrees and they want to cover their face. Like, they'll tell you this, but like, do they really want to, you know? I don't think locals drink in Dubai at all. But I'm trying to get over what the men do there too. Like, I'm telling you, they must, I don't know, they must just have fun with each other all day. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, I don't see no dudes, no chicks around. Or maybe they got brothels or something they go to. They probably got brothels they go to. But if they're really religious, they wouldn't be going to no brothels. But I don't know what really religious really means because, you know, even in Christianity, you got some people that they go to church and they're religious, but then on the weekend they just do whatever. But then you also got those folks that go to church and they don't do whatever on the weekend. Like, you know, they're good people, like they're the for real religious folks. And I would imagine every religion's like that. Like, I would imagine every religion, you got the good folks and then you got the bad folks. Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine they go to brothels because they're men, you know? And then women, of course, like, they don't make money. I mean, come on, prostitution, that's like one of the oldest professions around, yo. They've been doing that back in the day, selling coochie. Keep their women in their house, yeah. It's just a different culture. Like, so many different cultures around the world. So many different cultures. My day, you know, I woke up this morning and said, wow, what a beautiful day to be alive. I said, what am I gonna do today? I don't have anything to do. I can do whatever I want. Like, all my bills are paid. Like, it's Saturday, I'm just freaking chilling. If I want to, I can work. I can make $300 if I want to. You know, I can go skateboarding. I can go smoke weed all day if I want to. I can go to the bar and just drink and just get lit, get wasted all day if I want to. I can go to the Asian spa, go get a massage and get a happy ending if I want to. You know, I can sit right here at WeWork and just freaking drink beer all day if I want to. Like, I'm just thinking, like, what am I gonna do all day? So what I'll probably actually do is I'll probably go down to the skateboard meetup and maybe hang out for a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna do the ride. And then after that, I'm gonna see if I can maybe do a TaskRabbit gig or probably do some deliveries. I'll probably do some deliveries just to make some money, you know? But, cause, like, of course I'm not gonna just sit around and smoke weed all day and get drunk all day because, I mean, why would I do that, you know? But I'm just saying, like, if I really wanted to, I really could. Cause I got so much weed from the weed store on Monday that, like, it's just so freaking much. Because right when I got back from what was it? From Guatemala. Before I left, I went to the weed store and bought like a bunch of weed because they had a sale. And then on Monday, they got a sale again. They had another sale. Marijuana's legal. It's totally fine in San Francisco. Like, you can smoke weed in front of the police, and it's like, it's okay. As long as you're like not in front of a bus stop or a window. But yeah, you can totally smoke weed in front of the police. Like, maybe I'll make a video doing it or something. I don't think I want to make any videos of me smoking online, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so I just have like a ton of weed like right now, like a ton of weed, and it's pretty cool, you know. Yo, I met you, but yo, remember you met me. Are you the dude that like I met? Like, you were working security, and you're at the store, and I was in Oakland. and I was about to get on BART. Was you that dude? Or was you actually on BART? Oh, California too expensive and police state. When am I coming to New York? I don't know when I'm coming to New York. That's a good question. No wonder why porn industry moved to LA. Everything is cheaper in LA. I was on BART. I'm a YouTuber. How long ago did I meet you? Yeah, how long ago did I meet you? So we've been streaming for like 30 minutes now, and now my tea's finally cooled off. 3 weeks ago. Gosh, I cannot remember. Send me an Instagram DM or something. Were you want to meet up or something in the city? Porn left LA and moved to Miami. Why would porn move to Miami? I would think porn would just go to New Mexico or Arizona. It's so much closer. This is tea. I try to avoid coffee. How much does WeWork cost? I heard they're about to go bankrupt. You know, I've been hearing that a lot lately too. I imagine if they do go bankrupt, what'll happen is other companies will buy up their properties and nothing will change. What I mean, nothing will change. A lot will change, but like, meaning I can still come to WeWork. It'll be a different name and someone else will buy it. That's probably what's gonna happen with WeWork. Yeah. But WeWork, I think I paid like $420 a month or something. Yeah, I love WeWork. It's pretty chill. I find your travel vlogs inspirational. Hey, yes, let's talk. What's up? My homie from the Netherlands. I want to go back to the Netherlands, yo. Like, it's something about the Netherlands. It's something about being in a, like, hippie, cool, earthy place like the Netherlands or something. Is there something about it? Like, everybody rides bikes, people smoke weed. I mean, there's like a lot of hippies there. It's like super green, you know? And I want to come in the winter, yo. I really want to come to Europe in the winter. Like, I don't know why. It's just something about coming to Europe in the winter because a lot of people don't go to Europe in the winter. It's easy to move around Europe in the winter. Amsterdam is like so chilled out in the winter, yo. But it's also cold in Amsterdam. It's also cold in the winter there. It's not cold here. Oh, it's not cold? Well, maybe not now, but like in January. Do you think you'll get bored of traveling 5 years from now? I don't know. That's a good question. I think I'm getting bored of traveling now. It's my birthday in January. My birthday's in January. My birthday is January 25th. I don't know if I'll get bored traveling. Like right now, like I could totally settle down, but then I know if I settle down, will I be happy? Will I be happy? I don't know if I'll be happy if I settle down. If I met someone, maybe I'd want to settle down. Like if I like met a partner or something. But I don't see that happening either because I just think I'm just too messed up in the head to meet anybody. You know, like I just don't think I just don't. I'm just such an out there thinker. Mine's 21st. We should party. We should party. You need to fly to Europe December before Christmas. Why? Why should I come in December? Settle down. Don't you mean like a 9 to 5? So not. if I settle down, that doesn't necessarily mean I would get a 9 to 5. So if I was gonna stay in San Francisco, okay, let's use this scenario. Let's say that I found an apartment and I wanted to move, and I was like, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and break the being homeless for 3 years, and I'm just gonna rent a apartment. I wouldn't go get a job. Oh fuck no. Oh gosh no. Oh no. I would not get a job. No way. Still wouldn't get a job, because what would be the incentive to get a job? Like, I can make way more money doing what I'm doing, and I can control my taxes, and I can have lots of tax write-offs, and I can still control like all of my income. So even if I did stay in one place, I wouldn't get a job. Like, I would still, be juggling 4 or 5 different things, and pulling strings here and there, and taking advantage of this and taking advantage of that, and using my resources wisely. So no, I wouldn't just get a job, unless it's like, unless it's just like a job that this isn't like a job I wouldn't want to turn down. Like, if it was a job paying a decent amount of money doing something very simple and it came with benefits, maybe I would take a job, Someone who loves to travel as well. I'm gonna be honest, yo. Like, I find that so hard to meet. Like, I find it so hard to meet anybody who can relate with me on like just a couple of things that I do. Like, I don't really find vegans when I travel. Like, I don't even think, I'm trying to think, have I ever hooked up with another vegan? Like, I have, but maybe I hooked up with one other vegan. So I can't even find anyone to relate on that level, okay? And that's that's just what I eat, Now, minimalism, the chick I was I've talked to a couple girls that are doing the minimalism thing, but that's because they're traveling, so that totally makes sense. But like, when I'm in San Francisco, when I meet someone, I don't ever meet someone who's a minimalist. Like, I literally never meet someone who's a minimalist. Like, it's crazy. When I'm dating in SF, I usually don't meet anyone who is a traveler or someone who has a passport. Like, it's usually someone who doesn't have a passport. The things that I'm into, like, I don't meet people that are into that. Like, and it's just how it is, some things I don't expect to meet people. Like, I don't expect to meet a chick that knows how to ride a skateboard. Like, that's just something, like, I'm not, like, envisioning. I'm not envisioning, because most people don't ride skateboards. Most dudes don't ride skateboards, But, like, just something like traveling or veganism, it just doesn't work. I don't really meet anybody that can agree with me on that. Do you see yourself staying long-term? Like, I want to stay in SF long-term, but like the dating part and meeting people is like a big thing that makes me not want to fully commit staying here. But I really love living here. I don't want to live anywhere else in the US. Maybe Santa Barbara, but I really nowhere else in the US I'd want to live. So that's where I find myself. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of countries that are not very vegan friendly. Or it could be certain parts of a country. So like certain parts of the US is not very vegan friendly. Certain parts of Germany is not very vegan friendly. But then on the flip side, certain parts of the US is very vegan friendly. And certain parts of Germany is very vegan friendly. No nut November. Don't need to worry about dating for the next 30 days. No, Tinder doesn't work for me. No, Tinder doesn't work at all for me. But I also don't think that, but another thing about SF is, another thing that I thought about SF, I don't think a lot of people have thought about this with San Francisco, but like, San Francisco is a very, very, very unique American city. If you look at demographics of most American cities are predominantly Caucasian. And then a lot of cities, there's a large chunk of black people, right? And then you'll find a chunk of Latinos. But in San Francisco, it's very, very different versus any other large American city. You have a large percent of white, but you have a massive Asian population, right? And you have a small Latino population, and you have basically a 1% black population. So those numbers are very, very skewed. And a lot of people that live here probably, maybe they just don't come into contact with black people as much. So that could be one reason that can make dating very difficult, because maybe you're just not a very popular group in this area. Therefore, people just they're just not gonna swipe on you. It's very, very white and Asian here. It is extremely white and Asian. So many things, so many places are just very, very white. Okay, bottom line, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but the culture is just very, very strong here. And a lot of places, I noticed when I am in SF, if I'm not hanging out with people, I'm not gonna go anywhere, basically. I'm not gonna go anywhere, all right? If I'm not working, if I'm not going to pick up an order from this restaurant, if I'm not going to X amount of places, I'm not going anywhere, because okay, where am I gonna go? Am I gonna go to a bar? I don't really wanna go drinking. Do I want to go out to eat alone? I don't really want to go out to eat alone. And then if I do go out to eat alone, it's probably going to be an Asian restaurant. I don't know. It's just, the dating is not easy. And I think it has something, to do with the numbers and the demographics. Yeah. And then another thing about dating I noticed here too is okay, there are a lot of Asians here, right? So you would think why won't you try to talk to Asians? But one thing I have noticed is that Asians don't typically date outside their race. Cause in the city, I don't just see too many Asian girls dating white guys. I mean, I do, but I don't usually see that often, for the most part. For the most part, I don't really see that many interracial couples. And then when I do see an interracial couple, I can look at them and tell that they don't live in this city, I can look at them and be yo, you from the East Bay, or yo ass is from Texas, I can see it, because you can sort of tell city people, city people got a whole different demeanor to them. City people got a whole different attitude to them. City people got a whole different swag to them. And then people from outside the city, they're just a little too happy. Because people in the city ain't happy, yo. But then people from outside the city, they're just happy to be in the city. So that's how you know that they're not from the city. I don't know. This is city life. Maybe let's talk about something else. I don't want to just talk about San Francisco all day. Filipinos tend to be a bit more open. Yeah, but I don't really see that many Filipinos in the city. You mainly see Chinese in the city. Do not see that many Filipinos in the city. All the Filipinos are gonna be in Daly City, yo. That's so true. All the Asians in the city are predominantly Chinese Asians. And there's gonna be a very few Japanese. But most Americans can't tell the difference between Chinese and a Japanese. They can't tell the difference, but I can freaking tell the difference, yo. I can be yo ass is Japanese, fool. DC is trying to be like San Francisco with trolleys and raising the minimum wage and gentrification. Yeah, I see. Stay in an Airbnb in Daly City. Oh yeah, Daly City is dope. Date one of your subs. I've totally had subs chasing me, yo. Subs are really easy to run from. Subs can't keep up. I don't know where you're gonna go next. I visiting the Netherlands. If I find a flight for $350, I'll come to the Netherlands for a week. Because I would still I still want to hang out with my friend in Rotterdam. Because when I was there, like, we just chilled and, like, made some Dutch pancakes and smoked up a whole bunch of weed. And it just, like, literally looking out her window and looking outside, it reminded me of being in Memphis, Tennessee so much. Like, it reminded me of being in Memphis so much because in California, it doesn't look the same. Like, even on a rainy day, in California, it don't look the same. Like, especially being in San Francisco. Because it's just all buildings. I look outside and I just see buildings. Or I don't see buildings, I just see fog, right? But in Memphis, like, it would rain and you would look out the window and you would see this green grass and it would just be raining and you would see the cars and you see the driveway. Like, it was just like that when I was in Rotterdam. It just made me think of home so much, you know? So I want to go back. Washington, D.C. operating like SF. Oh, yeah. I have a good friend. You can smoke with him. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, of course. I know what you meant. That's what I've been asking. So, dude, we get some falafels. Falafels would be good. I haven't, you know my falafel spot that was on Market? It used to be in my old videos. I don't even go to that falafel spot anymore. He loves that stuff also. Ah, that's funny. Am I still driving Uber Lyft? No, I'm not driving Uber Lyft. I haven't drove Uber for a little bit. I'll let you know if I come back to the Netherlands. How do you know the difference between the Asians? So with the Chinese, their faces are like slightly rounder. And with the Japanese, their faces are like sort of not as round and they're more long. But one thing that really helps if you have been to areas that are predominantly like full of that race of people, because another thing I can tell, like I can point out a lot of Jewish people, yo, because I've spent time in Israel, and then you look at the people and you look at their facial expressions, you look at their hair, you look at their features, and like you can like spot them out of a crowd, you know. But then another thing with Jewish people that gives it away with them is their last name. If you know like what last name to look for, you can tell. And it's the same way with Asians. Now I don't know the last names with Asians, but like certain last names, people can tell like if it's Chinese or Japanese. Like I can't really tell as much, but like with Jewish people, it's a little bit easier to figure out because it's like Steens and Steins and Weinsteins and I don't know. And look at big banks in New York, like, and look at the last names, and like it's a little bit easier to figure out if you know what you're looking for. I don't want to really get into that in this video, but like you just gotta know what to look for, and you can break down a group of people like and figure them out like pretty fast, you know. But like when you go to a country and you're surrounded by those people, you pick this up really quick. Now, if I go to a country like the Netherlands, I can't just tell out. I can't tell them out. Okay, I can't tell them from someone in Germany. Okay, I really can't figure that out. Now, maybe if someone is in like Central America and you're from Germany, maybe I could sort of guess it a little bit more. But like if I'm in that European region, like I'm probably not gonna figure it out, you know. But Maybe it just depends. Like maybe I can figure out their German from something else. Maybe I can figure out German from their fashion, or that's one way you can kind of sort of figure out where people are from. Like, I've totally called Americans out based off of their fashion, because some fashion the U.S. exports to the rest of the world, and some fashion the U.S. doesn't export. And what I mean by that is certain things you're only gonna see in the U.S. And certain things, if you see outside the U.S., some American person brought that outside the U.S. All right, so that's how you can like figure it out. Like North Face is something that's exported outside the U.S. But like if you take something like, some college basketball team from some random college in the middle of the U.S. and you see someone wearing that shirt in the middle of Egypt, and it's a newer type shirt, chances are they're probably from the U.S. Because how else would that shirt get there, you know? Oh yeah, North Face is so freaking huge. North Face is so huge. That's why since North Face is like the big American brand, that's why like I refuse to wear un-American brands outside the U.S. I'm like, y'all gotta rock American brands. And North Face is very big in the Bay Area. It's from like the Bay Area. I only see Americans love to show underwear. What's going on with Beyond Meat? I don't know. I never bought into Beyond Meat. I wanted to buy into Beyond Meat, but the price got so high. Maybe I will buy Beyond Meat. Do you still learn the code on the side? No, I'm not learning any code on the side. Dang, we've been streaming for a minute. You didn't tell us much about Guatemala. North Face is road here, man. That's hard in the UK. North Face is so freaking popular in the UK. That's one thing I noticed. The first thing I got there. Come to Sacramento. You can meet up with those fine and roller derby girls. Maybe I should come to Sacramento. Sacramento is a much chilled out place, yo. Did you like the Burger King Impossible Whopper? I never tried it because I heard that it's not vegan. You have to tell them to put it in the microwave. And I don't want them making my burger in no microwave. I'm not that big a fan of the Impossible Burger. Do you talk to your fam? I do talk to my fam. I don't want to see my fam in like 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about seeing my fam because, like, I'm gonna go there with red hair, and I don't know if people are gonna be talking about me. But then, I mean, what am I gonna trip? Like, they live in Memphis, yo. Like, so what if you talking about me because I got red hair? I got red hair, and you live in Memphis. Shit. So how you like them apples? You know, like, I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous because I just don't know what to. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, I'm just on a whole different path of life. And most people can't relate with what I'm doing. So when you can't relate with what someone's doing, you may have a completely different interpretation of what they're doing. And I'm gonna have to deal with that soon, you know? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about that. I'm gonna have to deal with that soon. Do you think my sexiness would be good enough with the ladies? I think you're sexy. Adolf Hitler, I don't know. I would love to do some collabs with YouTubers. Saturday morning coffee. My channel is about just random crap. Like, I make videos doing this, I make videos doing that. When traveling, do you use dating apps? Like, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. You know, so for like the past like 2 years, I've been in a couple of, what do you call these type of relationships? No. Polynary, no. I've been in like multiple open relationships, right? But the thing I've noticed about being in open relationships is, okay, so yeah, polyamor- polyamorous. I've been very polyamorous, right? So like, the massive problem, damn, it's really loud. The only problem with being in poly relationships is, god damn it, like, please, I hope they get that. I'm sorry, my bad. But like, my only problem with like being in a freaking relationship like that is, you notice that the females that you're talking to they have literally taken the role of a man. And they have all control, basically. And it's almost like you can't compete with them because they're a girl, you know? And it's like a lose, when you're a guy in one of these relationships, it is a lose-lose situation. It is a lose-lose situation. The woman is always going to come out on top. You will always be below them. You can never play them. They will always play you. They will always win. They will always win. Some women have figured this out. They have figured out, look, how in the fuck are we gonna let men do this to us? For years and years and years, how are we gonna let men do this? No, we're gonna do it to them. We're gonna do it to them. So basically, what I figured out just in relationships like this is like, it's almost like you'll be in a relationship with someone and like you'll spend time with them, right? Like you'll hook up, you'll have sex, you'll have an amazing time, right? But then you already know that you're not gonna be with them for that long, okay? You already know like, okay, I'm gonna be with you for a week, or I'm gonna be with you for 4 days or 5 days. But then it's like you can't develop feelings for them, so like you don't. But then also, when you leave, like I'm seeing so many things pop up right here. But I'm just talking from my perspective, because I'm not a player. I'm like not a player. But in these relationships, it's like you just give, like me, not you, but me. Like I felt like I don't want to play this game anymore because I'm getting like too played. Like I'm getting too played because like you'll be talking to someone and you may be cuddling and they'll just start talking about someone else that they're with. And they'll just start talking about like what they like about this other person. And like, you're like in an intimate like sort of place. And then all of a sudden you're hearing someone like talk about like what they like for someone else to do to them. And how, I don't know, it can just be a little like, I don't want to be in a relationship like this, like honestly. Because I can't keep up with it. Like I can't keep up with it. Like, I can't keep up with the game. I'm pretty sure some dudes can, but I cannot keep up. Like, call me whatever you want, but like, let's just keep it real. Like, I would just not rather. I don't want my heart out there like that, you know. But then what am I gonna do? Like, I'm still gonna talk to like my poly people. I'm not like gonna not talk to them. And then if my friend from Slovakia is like, yo, let's hang out, let's meet up, like I'm gonna fucking jump so high. But then like, you see the problem? Like, it's just, I mean, it kind of sounds like it's just a whole bunch of people having sex and sleeping with each other, but actually, it's not exactly that. It's not exactly just. It's not all like 100% sex. I mean, because you can get pretty dang intimate with a person without having sex with them. You can almost get like I think I've been more intimate with someone not having sex with them versus having sex with them. Because when you're having sex with someone, you getting it in, but when you're not having sex with someone, you not getting it in, you know? That makes a big difference, yo. That makes a big difference. Will you meet up with Duck Run? I will. I actually wouldn't mind meeting up with him like pretty soon. But then I noticed that like poly relationships are not that big around here. Like I haven't met any, I haven't been in any poly relationships with another American, basically. Like it's always someone from another country, like no other. Like I don't even really like I hear like, I see it on Tinder all the time. Like people are, into poly or whatever, but like I've never like been in a relationship. Like it's weird, like I find dating Americans really difficult. Like really difficult. Like if I hear someone has a foreign accent, I will be way more into talking to them. Way more into talking to them than someone English is their first language. Why do men cheat? It's because they know it makes women angry. I don't necessarily think that men cheat because they know it makes women angry. I think men cheat because they think they can get away with it. That's why I think men cheat. Because any woman would get mad if they found out. I think they just do it just to get away with it. Or just because they think they can get away with it. Yeah, women definitely can cheat. Men don't cheat. Men are just freaking. I don't want to speak Russian. Speak Russian? No, I'm straight. That doesn't sound easy. Russian. I should write a book. I don't know. I'm so over life right now. I'm not over life right now. Have you tried Grindr? Dude, I was literally on Grindr like 4 years ago. Like I was on Grindr like fucking off. Grindr is like freaking it. I mean, it's probably the most successful. It's probably the most successful hookup app ever. I mean, think about it. Like, look at how it works. Like the radius thing. Like, I mean, I can't think of a better one. But I don't want to meet dudes. That's the thing. Bro, like I've had so many dudes try to talk to me. That I really won't give dudes any attention because dudes are so straight to the point that you already know what they want. And then guys can be very competitive. I don't want to compete with no dude. I want to run my fingers through a girl's hair, yo. I don't want a dude. So that's my whole take on dudes. Dudes. I feel like there's something on my face. Is that like bruise? Because this morning I was skating and I was crying because whenever I skate early in the morning, I'm always crying because it's so cold. So I don't know if that's like the stuff from my eye or if that's like a bruise. Because like my eye was like bruised the other day. No one punched me, no one hit me, but my eye was like bruised. Yo, thanks for these super chats. Yeah. Thanks for the super chat, yo. That sounds depressing. Dating. Yo, so question. Do y'all know of any of those like websites where like you just go on the website and then it finds you someone and then you guys just get married? Because I'm like, for real, I would totally be down to do that. Like, I would totally be down to do that. Like, I would totally be down because I'm like really bad on like I'm just really bad like when people meet me like I notice that like people think I'm really cool, but like the point of getting to meet me like that's the part that like people just don't get. And then I notice that like people that do meet me that think I'm really cool are usually always like older than me. Like it's always someone that's like much older. Like anyone my age for some reason, nothing I do is cool enough. Like nothing I do is cool enough. And then I'd be like looking at your life and I'm like, you ain't doing a goddamn thing, yo. You just go to work all day. You look miserable. You dress miserable. You got boring fashion. You eat boring food. You know, I just be cramming on the folks, you know. I don't say that to them, but I'm be thinking it to myself like, you think I'm like so lame, but like you are so basic, yo. Like you just like everybody else in the crowd. You know, I'm sorry to be like cocky, but like this is my live stream, so like let me act a little cocky every now and then, yo. Oh, sorry, I guess I'm getting mean, right? I'm getting cocky over here. Bye-bye, I'll see you later. My favorite friend from the Netherlands. Well, I got a couple friends from the Netherlands, so I can't be saying that. You're not the only one. I love chat, John. Spending lots of energy, criticizing. Oh my gosh. I'm at the love of my life on Facebook. I don't know, like the last chick I met off Facebook that like I really liked, it was like it wasn't mind blowing, but it was almost like, yo, this is too good to be true. It was too good to be true. Did I even tell y'all about that story? Like, okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. So like, I was in this Facebook group, and it was like one of them black traveler Facebook groups where like it's just a whole bunch of black people and they post travel photos and stuff. So I was in one of those groups, and I started talking to this chick. Right, it was this black girl. Now, I'm not stupid. Okay, certain women you meet. Okay, if they look a little too pretty, you already know that like they're gonna want something out of you. You know, you just already know, okay? So like certain girls, you know, like if they just look too good, it it's a catch, right? So this chick, we was talking online, and like I had went to some country, and she had just got back from the same country, and we was talking about that country. I don't even want to say the name of the country because I talk about this country all the time, but I don't even want to say it right now. So we both went to that country. We was talking about it, and we started talking off the internet. When we started talking off the internet, we was on the phone, and I was talking to her for like an hour straight, yo, and like we had so many things in common. Like this was a black girl. She was a sister. Like she was fun as fuck, right? And I was just like, this girl is cool. Like I don't even like what I don't even know what to say, you know. A couple days later, she messaged me and she said, "Hey, look, I'm coming to San Francisco." And I was like, "Oh, you coming to San Francisco?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm coming to San Francisco. Yeah, let's meet up. Let's meet up." Now, she was a flight attendant, so it wasn't that big of a deal for her to come to San Francisco. Like, no big deal at all. So she came to San Francisco, and when you're a flight attendant, there are certain places in the airport where you can sleep, right? Because sometimes the flight attendants, they'll come in and they'll stay like they'll get in at like, maybe 11 at night, and then they'll have another flight leaving out at 7 in the morning. So they'll just go to like this bunk bed room. It's kind of like a hostel. They'll sleep. They'll get up the next day, take their flight, leave. Some of them go to hotels, but I think when you don't have a flight going out, like you go to the hostel room or whatever, something along those lines she was telling me about. So homegirl was like, we had just met off we just met off on the internet, and we wasn't like talking about like getting it on or anything. We wasn't talking on that level. We was just talking like friends. Okay, we hit it off real well. So when she came, she was telling me like she was gonna stay at the hotel, at the airport and all that, and I was thinking, oh yeah, cool, you wanna stay at the airport and all that. And we went. She like flew on the flight. She like had like 6 beers or something, and we went to Twin Peaks. Like I drove, we went to Twin Peaks. We drank the beers and stuff. We chill, and then when we got there, that's when she was like feeling me in. She was just like, oh, so where you stay? And I was just like, oh, I stay in Oakland. I stay at Airbnb. And she's like, oh, you stay at an Airbnb? And I was like, yeah, like I mean, I don't live here. This was last year, and if you was following me last year, I was constantly traveling in and out the country, right? So she said, "You live in an Airbnb, so that means you ain't got your own place." And I was like, "No, because I just got back like last week, and I'm leaving in like 3 more weeks, going on another trip. Like, so no, I just came. I'm just like you. Like I just came here just to chill and just stop for a little bit, and then I'm just gonna keep traveling, going off to the next place." And it was like after that, we didn't even talk no more. Like for real, like we didn't even talk no more. She was just like, "Oh, you ain't got your own place? Like I came out here to see you, and I thought you had your own place, and I thought you was like." You was doing good, and like I met you on Facebook, and you was talking about how you was in Dubai, and you was in this country, and you was in that country, and you ain't got your own place in San Francisco? Nigga, please, I ain't got no time for your broke ass. And it's just like, your ass is just as fucking broke as me. At least I pay for the flights on the goddamn plane. Your ass go for free. And everywhere you go, you gotta meet a dude that you gotta go sleep with, so he can like pay your dinner and stuff, you know? And I'm just like, well, goddamn, like, I get hyped about meeting a sister and like, that shit happened, you know? And I'm just like, yo, where these white girls at? Like, come on, where they at? Let me run you. I'm just like, man, you had just literally, you wouldn't just smack me off my game, yo. Like, you have just tricked me so good. Y'all know that saying, like, you fool me once, but then you can't fool me again, you know? Like, you can't fool me again. Like, she bamboozled me, yo. I said, God damn, yo. These fucking women, shit. Like, I mean, I don't know what to say, y'all. I mean, I just don't know what to say. Like, I mean, that's one reason why I don't even be trying to talk to these women in the U.S. Like, let me hear English your second language. I'm gonna be jumping up and down. Let me hear you speaking that fucking English. Oh, hell no. No, I don't even want to talk to you, yo. Get the fuck away from me. Yeah, so, like, she had me tripping, yo. I was like, man. I thought I was gonna hit that. Like, for real, yo. Like, I'm trying to think, when was the last time I hooked up with a black girl? Like, I'm for real, when was the last time I hooked up with a black chick? Like, it's been like a fucking decade. Like, I'm trying to think, when was the last time? Like, I met this one black girl off Tinder. She acted so like a white girl. Oh my gosh, like I didn't even want to talk to her because she acts so much like a white girl. And like I crashed at her house that night, and she was just like we were like cuddling, we were making out, and then she just did not want to have sex. Like, she just did not want to have sex, and I was just like, why you gotta be so goddamn boring? Like, I didn't say that, but I'm thinking in my head, I'm like Like, why? Like, and her house was so far away. Like, I literally had to, like, she lived in, like, the Berkeley Hills, bro. So, like, I had to park my car at the bottom of this hill, and then she would have to come down and pick me up in her car. And then we would have to park her car, like, off to the side, and then, like, hike to get to her place. And once we got to her place, she lived with, like, of course she lived with, like, put it like this. She lived with some other people, right? And every time I go there, I would have to be greeted by them. And it was just sort of this long, like, process. And then we would get to the house, and we would walk inside, and we had to go down, like, 4 flights of stairs. Like, literally, whose house is that big that you got to go down 4 flights of stairs right when you walk in the front door? And then that's where her house, her little apartment was like way in the bottom of this house. Like, it was way in the bottom, right? Like, if she screamed, like, the people upstairs couldn't even hear her, you know? And, like, I was like, yo, like, why you gotta be so stingy? You probably got cobwebs down there and shit. Like, the gold diggers always be lonely. But then you gonna meet, like, other chicks in other parts of the world, like, be fucking the first time. Be like, yay, I'm getting laid, yo. But then you be talking to some girls, they want you to go on, like, 8 dates and shit. I'm like, 8 dates, yo. I'm straight. I gotta deal with your crazy ass no more. Anyway, I'm having fun over here on this stream. I mean, can y'all speak English in this stream? Like, I don't know what is this Macedonian or is this Russian or whatever language this is? It looked like Macedonian or something. But it always tripped me out when you meet females and they tell you, like, I'm not a gold digger, I'm not a gold digger. But if I date a guy, like, he has to have this and he has to have that and he has to have this and he has to have that and he has to have this and he has to have that and it's just like, but what about you though? Like, you just a broke down ass bitch, you know? So how are you gonna attract a guy when you ain't even got none of this yourself, you know? Like that chick that came out here because she thought I had an apartment. But she didn't even have an apartment. You know why? Because she was traveling around the world just like me. Just like me. Like, we were doing the same thing. She was just a girl doing it, you know, taking flights with the airlines, and I was just a dude paying for it, doing it in a different way, you know? And I thought it was kind of cool because she liked to travel and I like to travel. We do have that same thing in common, but it would just cost me money to hang out with her. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, like, really? But then you also got these women that say, like, we want things to be equal. Well, if you want things to be equal, what the fuck? That shit ain't equal. Like, that's so lopsided. You know, you like to travel, I like to travel, but I gotta pay you to be with me, or I gotta take care of you. Like, I don't know, like, maybe I got it all wrong, you know? Maybe it's not them, maybe it's just me. Like, maybe it's just me. Like, maybe I should just give them the whole world, you know? Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Women do want a stable man, but I kind of feel like that is that's kind of on the gold digger side right there. Like this chick literally flew from, like, DC. Like, she flew from outside the country because she thought that, like, she can leech off somebody. Like, maybe that's okay with you. Maybe whoever wrote that comment. No, I do not. No women with daddy issues. This chick didn't have a kid at all. This chick didn't have a kid at all. I was so excited to meet her too. Like, but then I knew something was up. I'm like, wait. Like, I'm not that cool of a dude that a chick is literally gonna get on an airplane to come visit me. Like, I'm not that cool of a guy. Like, no way. Like, that's just not gonna happen. And if they do come out here, they're gonna want like something from me. And yeah, it was just like that. What's the longest time you spent in a foreign country? In one foreign country, it was Macedonia, North Macedonia. One instability in a man isn't a gold digger, in my opinion. Okay, so what I was gonna say is, when I was talking to this chick, okay, we met in a Facebook group where it's a travel Facebook group, and she was totally aware that I was a full-time traveler. Okay, she was totally aware of that. So she knew I wasn't stable, just like she wasn't stable. See, the thing with relationships is like, men are expected to be one way, and if a woman's not that way, it's okay. So a man is expected to be stable, but a woman doesn't necessarily have to be stable, but it's all about the guy though, you know? So like, that's kind of where I'm like, not stable, settled. Well, stable, settle. I think we're speaking on the same lines. Like, okay, if I'm stable, like a lot of ladies are looking for a guy that's stable, you know. But she definitely knew I wasn't stable or I wasn't settled down, you know. Well, she definitely knew I was a YouTuber, because that's another reason why she wanted to hang out, because she wanted to grow her following. And that's just another thing about being a YouTuber too. Like, you definitely have a lot of people who sometimes, like, someone will want to hook up with you, or they'll want to get close to you because they think that you can help push their like social media success, you know. And that's just not necessarily the case. Like, sometimes you can just get fucked, and I can just trick you and make you think that I'm gonna help you, but then after I get done having sex with you, like, I'm gonna forget about what I said, you know? And I just got done having sex with you, and like, what are you gonna do about it, you know? Like, you still suck on the internet, you know? So like, that can go both ways. Like, you can try to think that like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with you and I'm gonna help you, but actually I might end up playing you harder than you play me. Because like, I know that people are out to do that. Like, it's happened to me over and over. And then when a girl comes up to me and you're being super fake, you don't want to talk to me at all, and only thing you want to do is like just get some followers off of me. I mean, I can do that, or I can just play your own game back at you even harder, you know? So like, I like love to take that advantage, like. So if you want to hang out with me and you think that I can get you a lot of subscribers and stuff, let's hang out. Yeah, let's hook up. You're a good kisser. I love to make out. Yeah, we got fun. So don't do that shit. Don't do it to anybody, because they can always play your own game back at you. Because girls do it so much. Like, girls do it so much. Like, so much. It doesn't work. We're going to play you. Especially in big cities, for sure. You should go to South Africa, explore South Africa. So, South Africa, if I go back to South Africa, I need to hit up the East Coast. I gotta get out to Cape Town. But one thing I really like about Cape Town is, like, I know a lot of people in Cape Town now. Like, there's a bunch of people that, like, I would go to different shops and, like, I added them on, like, Facebook, and, like, we're, like, in contact and stuff. So, like, I like Cape Town, but I should explore other parts of SA. You are stable because I've never seen you beg anyone for anything. Yeah, like I don't even want to do Patreon. That's why I don't do. I don't even want to do Patreon because I feel like if people are giving donations, that's sort of begging. So that's why I don't even do that. Yeah, you're right. Players don't win. Because you know what I was thinking? I was thinking like, I literally should have played that girl, the one that came out to see me. I literally should have played her because, like, if I would have just took her back to like my friend's place, I could have easily hooked up with her. And then I could have told her then that like, oh, I really don't have a place. Like, I'm just staying in an Airbnb. And then she would have really been mad, but then she really couldn't have got mad at me because then that would have just made it obvious that she was a gold digger, you know? Like, I totally should have did that, yo. I totally should. I should have just played so dumb with it. Like, oh, but like, do you realize that like an apartment costs like $4,000 a month here? I mean, you must thought, oh my gosh, you thought I was rich, right? I'm not rich, no. I'm not rich. I just travel around the world. I'm not rich. That's what poor people in San Francisco do because we're poor and we can't live here. Like, well, I literally should have played her, yo. Like, I should have played the shit out of her. But I didn't. If you just joined this journey, you missed it. Make her come 10 times. I don't know if I could probably make her come 10 times. Maybe like 3. Why is San Francisco so expensive? I think the Asians make it expensive. I don't mean that to be racist, but like I just mean that because I think that they do. Because the reason why I think they do is there has been multiple reports of like buses of like Chinese people like coming to the Bay Area and like buying places. So I think that is what's making it expensive because I don't think American people are making it expensive. Cause you gotta think, if you're an American investor, you can invest in San Francisco or you can invest in anywhere in the US. And most American investors would rather invest anywhere in the US except for San Francisco. San Francisco is a place that has earthquakes. Most places in the US don't have earthquakes. San Francisco is very small, it's very densely populated. There's not a lot of people that live here. It's only 800,000 people who live here. It's very small. And for 800, I mean, for what you would get at an apartment in San Francisco, you can have a really nice house in so many other places in the US. But I think it's just a lot of outside money coming in that's just making it more expensive. Like, I just think it's a lot of outside money. Because I don't necessarily think it's the American people. Because there's so many other places we can invest in. Like, so many other places. If you gave me $1 million today, would I invest in San Francisco? No. Like, hell no, I would not invest in San Francisco. I would go straight to Memphis, Tennessee. Like, that's where I would invest in. Because I can see, like, the return of, the value on the return would be way more. Like, it would just be way more. Like, in San Francisco, it would be easier to manage because for $1 million, I would just have one place, you know, but for $1 million in Memphis, I could have 20 apartments. Like, I could be getting rent off of all them 20 apartments, you know? Now, in San Francisco, the home values could actually rise much higher than Memphis. But then on the flip side, if things go down, it's gonna fall harder here than it would be in Memphis because Memphis ain't shit going up. It ain't gonna go up 10% a year. Like 10% a year is unheard of in Memphis. It'd be like 7, 8, 5% a year. So it's not gonna go up that much, but it ain't gonna go down that much. It's more of a stable investment. And then also look at the jobs people have in Memphis. People in Memphis have more stable jobs. Jobs in the Bay Area are propped up by outside investor money, okay? When that money dries out, these jobs are gonna fade away. And then when these jobs fade away, home values are gonna go down. Everything's gonna go down. Like, everything's gonna go down in this city. But a place like Memphis is not propped up by billions and billions of outside dollars flooding the city and making things more expensive and creating all these jobs. Once that money stops flowing into this city is gonna be like Detroit. And y'all know what Detroit is. Detroit is a shithole. But then a place like Memphis, ain't no money, it never had all this excess money coming in. So after the recession, Memphis gonna be still ticking the same way it was ticking. You know? Not too high, not too low. That's just how it'll go. Well, yeah, okay. Jobs in Memphis are very very low paid. Like that, we're just gonna keep it real. But then at the same time, when you're a real estate investor, that's still money to be making, you know. Yeah, it looks like we're at the top right now. Memphis isn't a nice place to live, but also I'm not exactly trying to show up and live there. I said if you gave me $1 million, I would go invest there. I mean, would I live there? Oh, hell no, I wouldn't want to live there. I mean, I have to have my family gonna be driving me crazy. No, I can't be living there. So I'm in San Francisco right now. What will California do about their housing crisis? That's a really good question. You know, I'm just gonna put it like this. When I was in Guatemala, I was hanging out with a friend. Well, the girl I went to visit, she is very anti-America, right? She'll tell you things like, healthcare isn't free in the US. Now, my thought is, healthcare isn't exactly free in the US. I know tons of people that don't pay shit for healthcare and they live in the US, okay? Tons of people, right? I know more people in this country that have free healthcare than I actually know people that don't have free healthcare. But once again, this is a country that don't have free healthcare, right? All right? But I know plenty of people with free healthcare right here in California, in San Francisco, this city. Free healthcare. Plenty of people. But once again, the US don't have free healthcare, okay? And then I also know plenty of people who have graduated college. I know a lot of people that have student loans, but I know plenty of people that don't have a dime in student loans, okay? Right here in this country. And you take a place like San Francisco and you might wonder, how could a family, like an actual family of a father, a wife, and a son, let's say the father is a construction worker, the father makes $65,000 a year. Let's say the mom, let's say she's a school teacher, she makes $50,000 a year. How could a family like that even live in San Francisco when the average apartment rents for $3,000 a month for a 1-bedroom? If you're looking at a 2-bedroom, you're looking at $5,000 a month, bro. Like, straight up. Like, that's the prices you're looking at. You can find something for less, but the average is gonna be about $5,000 a month. And for most people, that's unheard of. Like, that's unfathomable, $5,000 in rent a month. But check this out. But what people don't tell you, the people that wanna argue and the people that wanna complain and the people that wanna point fingers and say that we can't make it, we can't survive, they won't take the time and actually find a solution for their problem. They just wanna complain about it, okay? So in San Francisco, there is a program called the San Francisco BMR program, okay? It's not Section 8. It's a modern version of Section 8. Section 8 is a little bit different from a BMR program. The BMR program is below market rental. So right now in San Francisco, there are a ton of new places that are being built. So when these developers come to San Francisco and they want to build a new building, they have to make deals with the city to build the building. The city says you have to occupy 20% of the building is low income. If you, not low income, below market, okay? Because low income is different than below market. Low income means that you don't make enough to meet the requirements. Below market means that you have to make this amount and you can't make above this amount. So you're not exactly low income. You don't make as much, but you're not exactly low income. And it's not Section 8 because Section 8, most people in Section 8 don't pay anything. Like the government pays the the landlord. So Section 8 is completely different. There is Section 8 here in San Francisco, but I'm pretty sure it's very difficult to find someone to accept it. Or the people that would accept Section 8 are the type of people that it's only Section 8 people. Yeah, so for BMR you have to make like 60,000 per person. But it really depends on the type of place that you're living in, and also $60,000 per person in San Francisco is not that bad. Like that's $1,000 a week. Like you can easily make $1,000 a week delivering food on a skateboard. Like easily make $1,000 a week. You only need to make $200 a day, 5 days a week. And that's $1,000 a week. That's $60,000 a year. You can qualify for a BMR. So that is that's one reason. That's one way you can do it. So you can go through the BMR program, and you could find a place. And if you didn't want to go through the BMR program, there are actually there's more resources you could seek. Now the BMR program is not something that you can just fill out a sheet of paperwork and move in next week. It's a whole lot of stuff and lotteries and paperwork you'd have to fill out. It's not so simple, but that is one way that you can live in a very, very expensive place like San Francisco and make a much more modest living. Yeah, it is true. It's not easy to get. Yeah, you definitely got to fight them Asians to get on that BMR list, yo. You definitely got to fight them because, I've actually talked to people that went to the BMR program in San Francisco, and they're like, yeah, it's like going to China. It says a lot of families, and it's definitely a fight. But if you win, it's a good fight. And if you win, you could be paying a whole lot less money in rent. Now, the Chinese people I'm talking about, these are not rich Chinese people. These are Chinese Americans here. These are low-income Chinese Americans people that make less than $100,000 a year. Okay, low-income Americans. And like I say, San Francisco has a very, very large Chinese population. So they're going to be the ones going after the resources. Just like if you went to Memphis and they had this same thing going on, it would be a bunch of black people signing up because there's just a lot of black people there. I mean, I would imagine that there would be a lot of Latinos too, because there is a large Latino population in the Bay Area. Yes, the Asians, I would imagine they would probably be the most organized, and who knows, they probably got a lot of strings pulling and stuff, because San Francisco's very Chinese dominated, there's a lot of Chinese influence here. I don't think that the average person notices it as much, but just look around at the people that work and do all the important jobs. They're Asians. They are. Look at the city jobs, and And I'm not talking about the bus drivers. I'm talking about the city workers you see walking around with like normal clothes on with like the vest. They're usually all Asian, you know? And then the business owners, like the landlords, so the people who own the real estate in some of these buildings that are charging $3,000 and $4,000 a month. Yeah, those people, like it's some rich folks around here. But then you would never know it because most of these landlords, they just look like a California hippie. Like it's not like they're wearing big gold chains. Yo, this is California. This ain't New York. In New York, when you got something, folks act like they gotta show it off. But in California, people don't act like it as much. You know, flash is so different. Like you walk into a restaurant, it's this dude walk in with some sweatpants on, and he got millions and dollars. He got millions and millions of dollars, you know? And you see some dude walk in with a suit on, and that dude just graduated from college. He owed $300,000 in loans, you know? But in New York, you see a person walking up in a coffee shop with a suit on. You look up to him. You know, you think he the big shot. I see somebody with a suit on, I'm like, man, you need to pull that monkey suit off. Who you trying to impress around here? You know, but that's just me. You know, I want my hair like this, you know. You live in Chicago. Jermaine, are there any European Americans in San Francisco? It's definitely a lot of Europeans in San Francisco. Black people in America seem to be more satisfied with fits rather than power and longevity. I would say so. When are you doing a meetup again? Maybe I will do a meetup. I want to do something for Thanksgiving because I'm going to be here in the Bay Area for Thanksgiving. So I want to do a meetup, but I'm trying to figure out where. I was thinking about having it at Veggie Grill in Berkeley because we could just meet at Veggie Grill in Berkeley, and then they have like a vegan dinner that's going on. But I would imagine that Veggie Grill is really small, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have that idea to go to Veggie Grill on Thanksgiving because they're gonna have vegan food there. So I'll keep you guys posted. Maybe I'll do something at WeWork, but then I don't know exactly if I do. I don't know if I want to do something at WeWork. Like I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. Because I would imagine it's gonna be a lot of people at Veggie Grill on Thanksgiving. Because there's just a lot of lonely people in the city, and if you're vegan, like of course you want to go to Veggie Grill. Especially if you're like all alone in the city, you know. I mean, I would love to go home to see my family, but then that day it's only one day. It's gonna be really busy, and I'm not gonna eat anybody's food, so I might as well go. I think WeWork move to SF on Mission Street. There are so many WeWorks in SF. There's probably more WeWorks in SF than there's probably more WeWorks than Starbucks now. Like no joke. Like I was delivering the week before, and I remember just going to like all these new WeWorks that I never went to before. I wish to get flown out to Veggie Grill. Spend $1,000 anymore? I wish. Just to let you know, you're slowly turning me into a vegan. I'm turning you into a vegan. Don't do it. It's a good life. I've seen a bunch of Oh, a lot of WeWork. WeWork is growing. Dude, I saw you Skateboard Church Market yesterday. The other black guy here. Oh, you saw me skateboard. I'm trying to remember. Like, I skate so much. Like, I literally skate about 30 miles a day. Like, that's about on average I skateboard. London, Gatwick to Veggie Grill. Dude, London has got amazing vegan food, yo. I really like, it's called Satan Vegan. In London, oh my gosh, it's so good. I haven't been to Russia. Can't give up cheese. What is WeWork? So WeWork is a shared office space. Or it's, some people say like, it's a fancy place for digital nomads to come hang out at, and it's a tax write-off. Which is kind of true, because it is a tax write-off for me, and it is a nice, pretty fancy place to hang out at in the daytime when I'm not doing anything else. But then there is also like an office, so like I do a lot of my work here. I like film videos here. I use the internet because the internet's really fast. There's like free coffee and tea. I leave my skateboard here. I leave my batteries here. I leave like a charger here usually. Sometimes I leave my jacket here. Sometimes I'll just like leave my bike here. Like it's just like a place to go. It's like I think I pay like $420 a month. So $100 a week, $105 a week. They've ruined their country, and now want to ruin America. Jermaine, I was in America. Americans can't make tea. Maybe we can. Have you been to South America? Only Colombia. Colombia is the only country I've been to in South America. But I'll probably go to Brazil soon, actually. So I haven't tried the Impossible Burger because the vegan one, they have to put in the microwave. Have anyone ever tried these? They have these in Whole Foods. They're kind of expensive. I'm just gonna keep it real. For for $6, you get, I think, 9 of these. So they're like, what is that? It's like 75 cents each or something. Like, but they're really good. Like, I bought like 4 of these already this week. I've literally spent spent $24 on chocolate this week. So what? You got one life, you gotta live it. That's a lot of money to spend on chocolate though. Like that's probably more money on chocolate than I've spent on weed. That's kind of bad. And I got another pack. Like this is a different flavor. Like this is like I'm like on these, yo. Like when you go vegan, your money gonna be going other places. So like this one is like the peanut butter chocolate. These are all 100% vegan, by the way. And then this is like the peanut dark chocolate. And they're like, it's like the best thing you can eat. Like literally certified vegan, taste friendly, no artificial flavors. It's all GMOs, gluten free, sustainable ingredients, 5 grams of sugar. Like you just cannot go wrong with this, right? So like I had these 2 in my pocket, so they're kind of melted. So I'm a little sad. But this one in my backpack. This one's all good to go. Yesterday, I was at Whole Foods, and I was skateboarding up the hill, and my battery died on me. So I was like, shit, I'm going to go to Whole Foods because I didn't feel like changing the battery, right? So I went in Whole Foods, and I was like, I'll just buy something just to sit down, just to charge the skateboard for like a minute, right? So I went into Whole Foods, and I just grabbed the drink for like, 60 cents. Right? I'm like, good, I'm straight. And I'm like, let's go get some chocolate. So I went and got some chocolate, $5.99, so we had $6, right? $6 plus 75 cents, so $6.75. And then they had some little vegan slop on the little thing, and I was like, let's just get just a little bit. So I got a little bit of vegan slop. So I spent, like, $8, right? Just to charge my skateboard. So I sit down, and I'm charging the skateboard, and this dude was sitting next to me. He was like, hey, are you a blogger or are you on YouTube? Like, I've seen you somewhere, and I think I seen you on my phone. And I was like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. He's like, yeah, I used to make the Uber videos. I was like, yeah. So we ended up talking for like 10 minutes, right? Like, I think yesterday I like ran into like at least like 5 subscribers or 5 people that knew me. So we talked for like a minute, and I like ate like almost the whole bag talking to him. Like from I got this bag last night, and it was like 8 of these in here. And when I left Whole Foods, it was like one. It was one. I did not give him one. Like, I literally sat there and I was talking to him and I was just eating. I'm like, and then I just thought to myself, I just ate like $5 fucking worth of chocolate. Like, I can't be doing this every day. Like, cause this is expensive. Like, this adds up. Like, it does. And in less than 12 hours, I finished a whole bag. And you know what I'm gonna do? I gotta go back down to Whole Foods to pick up an Amazon package. I'm gonna go buy another one. I'm gonna go buy another one, y'all. They're so good. I'm pretty sure they put drugs in these. What hustle would you suggest? So today, I want to get a TaskRabbit gig today. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm gonna get like a moving job or something. You know, something like $60 an hour. They need me for like 3-4 hours. I'll be real straight. But I don't think I'm gonna have it. I don't think I'm gonna find it today. Y'all, so like, I don't know if I can just say this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say this, but like, for those who can relate, don't you hate when like you really want a Switzer and you don't have a Switzer because you want to roll something up, right, for later, and you in the perfect environment to like roll something up, but you can't roll anything up because you don't have a Switzer and you have to like leave and go somewhere else and get a Switzer and then come back? Or don't you hate that? If you know what a Switzer is, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what a Switzer is, we can just keep going with the flow. I just want to say that. But somebody out there know what I'm talking about. Because somebody out there probably got a Switzer right now. That's a good question. The Apple earbuds. The new ones look like they would be really good. Yeah, the new ones look like they'd be pretty good. So envy of 420 legal weed. It's definitely a thing, guy. It's a pretty cool thing. What time is it, yo? Anybody in California know what time it is? Yeah, I'm recording this on my iPhone 11, the front camera. You were in Ireland. Oh, 1051. I always notice once the percentage of Black Americans who street shop at Whole Foods every time I go there. Oh, yeah. Well, Whole Foods is a good place. But in the city, it's like, I don't know, the city is a little bit different when it comes to Whole Foods because in the city, I don't look at Whole Foods as fancy. I look at Whole Foods as like slightly fancier than Safeway. But when I go back home to Tennessee and I go to Whole Foods, it actually looks like, it doesn't look like the same grocery store. Like the prices in my hometown at Whole Foods definitely are more expensive than Whole Foods in San Francisco. Because in San Francisco, Whole Foods actually have to compete with the grocery stores. Whole Foods actually have to compete because you got so many people that they just, you know, like you have people that go to the grocery store, right? And if Whole Foods is gonna cost way more than Safeway, Whole Foods is not going to be in business because people are just going to go to Safeway because it's cheaper. So in the city, Whole Foods actually have to compete with Safeway. Like they really have to compete with Safeway, because if they don't compete with Safeway, they're going to lose a lot of business, and people are not going to go to Safeway. They're not going to go to Whole Foods. But in a place like Memphis, Whole Foods, there's only one Whole Foods in the whole of Memphis, right? And it's a fancy grocery store. And it's geared, like, the people that go to Whole Foods in Memphis tend to be way higher on the social economic ladder. Like, they're making way more money, versus someone in Memphis that goes to, like, Kroger, okay? But in San Francisco, you will see broke people. The same people that go to Safeway, they'll go to Whole Foods, because what they're buying at Whole Foods is probably cheaper than Safeway. And I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with this, but I bullshit you not. I promise to God, guys, I promise, there are so many items in Whole Foods in San Francisco that are so much cheaper than Safeway. There are so many items. There's been so many times I've crossed the street, right? Okay, an onion at Safeway was $1.50 a pound, okay? A non-organic onion at Safeway. At Whole Foods, it was 79 cents. It was 79 cents, like almost half price, okay? Beyond Meat, the Beyond Burger. The Beyond Burger is like $7.99 at Safeway. It's $7.99 at Safeway. At Whole Foods, it's $5.99. And then I see it go on sale at Whole Foods a lot. Like when it goes on sale, it's $4.99. Okay? Whole Foods, the canned goods, it's hit or miss. Certain canned goods are cheaper at Whole Foods, and certain canned goods are like cheaper at Safeway. Safeway has a much larger selection of canned goods versus Whole Foods. So that's just one thing to throw out there. But produce, a lot of the produce can be like, if not the same price, Safeway could literally be more expensive just because it's a larger grocery store. And people are like brainwashed to think that Whole Foods is just more expensive on everything. But if you look at that 365 brand, the Whole Foods brand is so much cheaper. And then Trader Joe's, I see a lot of people talking about Trader Joe's, but like honestly, Trader Joe's just can't compete. Like they just don't have enough stores. Like they just don't. Like they don't have the same clout. Like they just don't. Like I look at Trader Joe's and it's like Trader Joe's is like a fucking joke. Like Trader Joe's is a liquor store, if you ask me. Like I would go to Trader Joe's if I was wanting to buy some Jack Daniels at a cheap price. Like, I'm not going to get anything else from Trader Joe's. Like, if I'm going to go to a food shop, I'm going to go to a real food shop, Now, you can get decent items at Trader Joe's, but one thing to do next time you go to Trader Joe's, this is what I want y'all to do. I want you to pull out a calculator, and I want you to look at the price that you see on the item, and I also want you to divide that price by the price per ounce, okay? When you divide that price that you're paying at Trader Joe's and you divide it by the price per ounce, I want you to compare that price per ounce for whatever you buy. I want you to compare it with something that you would find at Whole Foods or something else that you would find in a cheaper grocery store in your area. And this would actually surprise you greatly. Because when I was in school, when I was in college years ago, I actually did a report on Whole Foods versus Trader Joe's. And I figured out that Whole Foods was more expensive than Trader Joe's on the surface. But then when you look at how Trader Joe's, how they sell items by the price per pound, by the price per ounce, you see a lot of things that are at 7 ounces. You see a lot of things. You don't see a lot of things at 12 ounces. You don't see a lot of things at 14 ounces. You see a lot of things sold at 7 ounces, 8 ounces. So when people look at the price, they see $2.99 and they're getting something that's 7 ounces. But at freaking Whole Foods, for $2.99, you might actually get 14 ounces. But Whole Foods, the Trader Joe's is cheaper because the price is cheaper, $2.99. Okay, I don't know. I don't really don't want to get into it, like, but in Whole Foods could be very expensive in different parts of the country because, like I say, in Memphis, Whole Foods is way more expensive than San Francisco, like way more, like way more. I was like blown away. I'm like, damn. Like, that's like $1 more than what I would pay, like, in San Francisco. And San Francisco is way more expensive than a place like Memphis. You know? But, like, everything is not organic, yo. Like, everything is not organic, like, at Whole Foods. They have a lot of conventional things. If you eat meat, Safeway is best bet. Well, probably on price. I would imagine on price, Safeway is probably going to be the best bet. But Whole Foods has probably got some 365 brand of meat that they're going to let slide at a good deal, you know? It's going to be almost comparable. But I don't know what the taste will be like. Rainbow grocery store. Now that's an expensive shop too. That's more like a specialty grocery store. Do they even take EBT at that grocery store? Like, that's like a... Yeah, and the thing about Trader Joe's is people like different marketing, yo. Like, some people like the Trader Joe's marketing. Like, I don't like anything about Trader Joe's. Like, I don't like anything about the store. I don't like the fact that they're a private company and they don't disclose their information with the public. I don't like the fact that the store looks very basic. Like, it just looks like, it kind of reminds me of a Walmart. Like, I love the fact that Whole Foods is just very contemporary and it's very modern and it's very... I just like the colors and I like the style. I like the environment. Like, I like the people. Like, I like the attitudes of the people, you know? Like, they just seem to be chill. Like, Trader Joe's seem to be the type of people that are like... They seem to be the type of motherfuckers that you would meet at a protest, yo. Like, they're the type of people that you would meet at a protest. The type of people that work at Whole Foods seem like the type of people that you might see down at the weed shop, you know? And then, like, Trader Joe's, they kind of got this whole, like, hippie vibe to it. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, I like hippies. Like, I got my hair in locks right now. Like, of course, you know, I'm not going to say anything bad about hippies, but, like, I don't know, like, I just appreciate the whole professionalism at, like, Whole Foods a whole lot more than the professionalism that you get at Trader Joe's, you know? Like, just like I appreciate the whole professionalism with, like, the Uber app versus that you would get from the Lyft app. There is no difference between the Uber and Lyft app, but when you're on your phone and you're requesting a ride, when you see that black interface on Uber versus the red interface on Lyft, like, I would rather just see the black interface on Uber, right? It's the same thing. Like, it's not the same. It's probably gonna be the same driver picking you up in the same car, but it's just that whole, like, it's the style, you know, and, like, the style of Whole Foods. Like, when I went to the Amazon Go store, like, I really liked the style of Amazon Go store. I thought it looked just dope. Like, I'm like, this looks like really cool, like really futuristic and really modern. Like, it almost looks like I'm walking into an office building because I have to, like, scan my phone on this thing and then it lets me walk through and it's like, this looks dope, yo. But then you go to Trader Joe's and it's like, it just looks so goddamn generic and so elementary and so ultra basic and, like, I'm not flying first class. I'm sitting in basic economy, yo. When it's hot back here and I'm thirsty, they ain't serving no drinks. This look ugly. Like, that's just my thought of Trader Joe's. Like, I'll still go there. Like, I'll still go there every now and then, but, like, it's a joke. Like, I was in Trader Joe's the other day with a friend, and, like, at Whole Foods, I get these cookies, and they cost $5.99 at Whole Foods. And I just buy them shits all the time. I'm just like, yo, $5.99, I don't care. It's good. They got the same cookies. Well, not the same cookies. Definitely not the same cookies. But they had some cookies at Trader Joe's, and I was with my friend, and he was at Trader Joe's, and he's just like, "Oh my gosh, Trader Joe's is so cheap," and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, I hate Trader Joe's because it's so cheap," you know. And like he was at Trader Joe's, like we're at Trader Joe's, and like I got some cookies. Was at these vegan cookies, and the cookies were actually not bad, and they were like $2 cheaper than Whole Foods. And he was like, "Oh, so are you gonna start coming to Trader Joe's and getting your cookies?" And I was like, "Nope. The cookies were good. I like them, but I'm still gonna get mine from Whole Foods, yo." This is like, yep. I don't care if it's cheaper. Like, I like the environment. Like, I like going to Whole Foods. Like, if I can just buy that shit off the internet, it'd be one thing. But the quality is better at Trader Joe's. I don't know. Trader Joe's is just like, it's just a clique that I was never a part of, yo. Like, it's just like this. It's just like I don't know. I like Whole Foods. I like Amazon. I love Amazon, yo. Like, I buy everything off of Amazon. Like, I literally the disrespect to Trader Joe's. Y'all know I love to disrespect Trader Joe's. Like, I could literally make a whole YouTube channel just disrespecting Trader Joe's. Maybe I should do that. Should I make a YouTube channel just talking about Trader Joe's, yo? Trader Joe's, it is a cult, yo. I'm telling y'all, like, when people get up on that people be about to fight me, yo, when I talk about Trader Joe's. Like, especially some of these people in the city. If I walk out on the street right now and say, "Fuck Trader Joe's," bet somebody gonna punch me. I bet, like, somebody gonna punch me, yo. That's like saying, like, I'm telling you, like, I will get my ass whooped by somebody. And it's probably gonna be some preppy white dude, like, "You can't be dissing Trader Joe's like that, man." You know, and I'm gonna be like, I'm for real. People be tight about that, yo. But it's like, if somebody talk crap about Whole Foods, like, I'm gonna get hot. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, fuck you. Whole Foods is like the best thing ever, yo." Yo. What are we talking about, yo? It's not even that many Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. It's like, how many Trader Joe's? Just 3 Trader Joe's in SF. It's by 10 Whole Foods in SF. Bet. Not literally, of course, I'm exaggerating. Yo, can you write in English? Like, I want to know what you saying, but can you write in English, yo? Y'all know you write in Macedonian or whatever, or Russian or whatever, Ukrainian, whatever language that is. Can you write English? Can somebody, like, translate that shit and put English, speak English? No, Trader Joe's ain't gonna sponsor me. Them folks ain't gonna never sponsor me. I don't even want them to sponsor me. Man, I don't even want their free samples, yo. Because that's a lot. That's why people love Trader Joe's so much, because they get free samples, yo. I'm telling y'all. If Trader Joe's didn't give out them free samples, it wouldn't be nobody going there. Literally, it would be no one going there. And if Whole Foods started giving out free samples, Trader Joe's would go out of business in about 2 weeks. I'm for real, yo. Like, I bullshit you not. If Whole Foods start giving out free samples, Trader Joe's gonna be over, like, overnight. You know, in the city doing deliveries. You doing deliveries? I hope you in a car or a motorcycle. Because if you on a bike, ooh, buddy, you about to be riding today. TJ has some good Indian food. Good Indian food that you gotta warm up, bro. That ain't no good Indian food if you gotta warm this shit up. It's gonna be cold when you get it. At least Whole Foods, they can use samples. I'm talking about if Whole Foods give out samples like Trader Joe's. If they had a little lady smiling, giving out samples every day. I'm telling you, if Whole Foods did that, it would be over. But the thing is, Amazon don't want to get rid of Trader Joe's. They don't, because, see, Amazon is smart. They don't want all their people in their grocery store. So that's why they still let Trader Joe's be a company. I'm telling y'all. Because Amazon, like, we don't want all these goons in our stores. And I'm with Amazon. I'm like, I love the fact that y'all won't put Trader Joe's out of business, because I wouldn't even want to go to Whole Foods if I had to go to Whole Foods and all them Trader Joe's folks was in Whole Foods. Like, I wouldn't even want to go. I would have to go to Safeway. So like that's really the thing is, Whole Foods they could have crushed Trader Joe's years ago, like decades ago. They could have just got rid of Trader Joe's, but they letting Trader Joe's stay in business. So like all the cool Whole Foods folks like me and all these people watching this video, we won't have to deal with them Trader Joe's folks, you know. Believe it or not, I go to Safeway quite a bit. I get my milk from Safeway because I don't like the almond milk at Whole Foods. And Safeway, like I promise you guys, I'm gonna make a video showing you guys how expensive Whole Foods is in San Francisco versus Trader Joe's. I think it would be a really good video because I'm pretty sure most people in the U.S., like if you go to the grocery store, it's gonna be much cheaper than the 2 grocery stores I go to. And I'm actually just very, like, that's a video I'm gonna make. I'll probably make it tomorrow, actually. I'm just gonna go to Whole Foods, walk around, film some prices, and then I'm gonna go to Safeway, walk around, film some prices, and then I'll like put it in a video and show you guys, because I think that it'll be, like, I don't know, I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say, because when I was talking about the Coca-Cola, like, it was a video I did 2 weeks ago, and I was talking about how much is Coca-Cola where you guys live. And I paid like $11 for a 12-pack of Coca-Cola, right? Which is insane, okay? Which is a lot of money. But everybody else was talking about how much cheaper Coca-Cola was in their city. Like $3.99 for a pack, and $4.99 for a pack, and $6.99 for a pack. And, you know, in some places, in like the Netherlands and also UK, people were telling me that Coca-Cola was around $10 for a pack. But no one told me that they paid $11 for a pack of Coca-Cola. So I'm just very curious to know, like, what, like I'm just very curious to share, like, other prices from other different grocery stores. So you guys can kind of see, like, that cost a whole lot there, or, like, that's actually cheap there, you know. But yeah, I think I'll make a really good video. I kind of want to do that, but I need to do that without the skateboard, and I always have the skateboard with me. So yeah, something on those lines. Yeah. I feel beautiful today for some reason. Like, I woke up this morning, went to the like mirror, looked at myself, and I said, I feel awesome today. All right, so I've been streaming for a minute. Like, I just really want to talk to y'all. Like, I just really want to talk. Yeah, I just really want to talk to y'all. Super Value. Super Value is a grocery store that we don't really have one. We got something similar in Oakland. Did you like Guatemala? I wasn't a fan of Guatemala. Guatemala has to be one of my least favorite countries. Sorry to say. No Super Value in Ireland. Super Value. Super Value. I'm sure they got equivalents. So when I was in Macedonia, they had a grocery store very similar to, it wasn't Super Value. Gosh, it's one of them. It wasn't a Super Value. It was I can't even think of the name, but it was one of them low budget grocery stores you get in the US where, like, you walk through the grocery store and, like, you have to go down every single aisle, like, to get to it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't skip through the aisles. Like, it's only one way in and it's one way out. Like, basically, if you walk through the grocery store, you walking through every single item. It was one of them type grocery stores over in, yeah, one of them Audis. One of them joints. They had a grocery store like that, and when I was in Skopje, and like you walk in and like I know you can't turn around and go out. You got to go all the way around, you know. And it's like a big maze. And if you walk in there, you may walk in want to buy one thing, right? You'll go in there and say like, oh, I need something random, like I just need some jelly, right? Like you walk in, I just want one thing. By the time you come out that store, you're gonna have a whole bag full of shit, yo. And you're gonna walk out and be like, huh, no, I just went in here to get some groceries. Now did I just come out with a whole bag? Like, well, sometimes you might come out with 2 bags full of stuff. And just be like, nah, how did they do that one? A Dutch creation. Them damn Dutch folks. They always bring in something for us, yo. They trip us up. Amazon Go, no, check out required. Walmart is not organic. Walmart may have some organic foods. SF awesome pips. Some of the best outside of El Salvador. Audi is German. It's German. They do have unique stuff, but I'm just tripping off the fact that when you get in them lines, like, you ain't getting out them joints. Like, it's one way in, one way out. You can't go out the same way you came in. It is like a setup. It's like, man, once you win there, they don't have no normal brand stuff. Like, everything they have is like, it's their brand or it's some brand you ain't never seen nowhere else, you know? Like, never. You ain't gonna never see no Coca-Cola. You gonna see some Jake's Coke or something. Or you ain't gonna see Dr. Pepper. You gonna see Dr. Pepper. Not Dr. Pepper, but Dr. Pepper. Okay? You ain't gonna see, I mean, everything gonna be off. Like, and it may not necessarily be a bad brand, but like, when you look at them names, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is some generics here. How long have you been vegan for? I've been vegan for like 3 years, 4 years. Have you ever heard of Food? I've been to Food Co. That's the one in the Bay Area, the cheap one, Food Co. Yeah, their brands are cheaper. Food Co is a good one. Food Co is got to be one of the cheapest places to shop at around here in the Bay. I should probably go to a Food Co. But the reason why I don't really go to Food Co because you need a car when you go into a place like that. Like, you ain't finna just go in there and come up with one thing. Like, them baskets be so big. Man, them baskets be so big. It'd be like three times the size of a basket you would see at Whole Foods. You know, and then everything you get, you gonna get a box of noodles. The noodles gonna be like this big. It's gonna be 100 noodles in that joint. You know, you can't be skateboarding with no damn box of 100 noodles, you know? Like, I'm gonna need a car. Like, something I can put some shit inside, like, close it, you know? But, like, Food Co is a good one. But then when you buying that much food, you gotta be cooking. And when you cooking for one person, like, you just gonna get messed up, you know? And I don't really like to try, I don't like to buy a lot of processed foods, you know? Like, the most processed things I like to buy at the grocery store is like bread and bread and maybe beyond meat products. Like, I don't just really like the frozen food section. Like, I'll get some ice cream, but like, I ain't finna be eating no TV dinners and all that shit. I ain't finna be eating no frozen pizzas. Like majority of the grocery store, like the aisles in the grocery store, like if it's in a box and it's got the nutrition label on the back, like, I don't really want to mess with it too much unless it's like some candy. And I don't just really eat a lot of stuff like this. Like, lately I've been binging on this, but like, you know, a lot of this shit in the grocery store, it's gonna kill you, you know. These people made it at these universities and they tested it out. They say if you eat this shit for 20 years, you will just drop dead and die. So I just try not to just, like, you know, when I go to these grocery stores, I just try to just stay, like, if the food go bad in a week, it's cool to eat, you know? Like, some hummus in the pack, if you open the pack and just leave it out, it's gonna go bad, so it's cool to eat. But if you eating shit like some cakes and some cookies and all that, and then you just leave it out, and you leave it out for like a month, and it still look the same, you shouldn't be eating that, you know? That's kind of how I feel about it, you know? So, like, the grocery store, I don't really need to really go to the grocery store because I don't really even buy shit from the grocery store the majority of the time because to me, a lot of it's kind of like garbage, that keeps you sick. And then it keeps people making money off of you, like keeps you going to the doctor. Like you ain't gonna be happy because you're gonna be feeling fat, you're gonna be sick, and like it's gonna steal your happiness. And like I wake up every day and I just be happy. I am eating candy lately, but like the past couple of days I've been eating this, but like I'll stop after a couple of days. I ain't tripping, like at least I ain't eating all the other stuff in the grocery store. Like after I get done with this stream, I'm probably gonna go to maybe I'll go to like me a falafel. Falafel, it's good. Like it's just chickpeas. They deep fry it. Maybe it's not so good to eat deep fried food all the time, but then I mean it got some salads in there. It's got some tahini sauce. Tahini really good for you, by the way. Like I mean tahini's really good, and then it's good. Like it's like nothing frozen. Like when they make the falafels, like the falafel ain't froze. It's just like they ground it up and they deep fry it, so it's like never frozen. Like you just gotta know what you eat, Like once you know what you eat, like it can empower you because you can know what to stay away from. And but like a lot of the stuff at the grocery store, you want to stay away from that shit, y'all. Like you do. Like I mean, if you go into the grocery store and you getting like the hot fresh chicken, like that's actually not so bad to go for versus like anything in the frozen food section. The frozen food section, you should always run away from, yo. You should run away from it. It's sickening food. Like that's what it is. It's sickening. Like you run from and beer. Like beer, I keep seeing folks beer and Hennessy. Check this out. Beer and Hennessy is a whole lot better than a lot of that stuff you can find in the middle of the grocery store. Like it's the middle of the grocery store that's the worst part. The middle of the grocery store. The bread section on the far end and the produce, not as bad, with moderation. You can have bread, but like if you just gobbling on bread all the time, that will make you thick in the right spots, But yeah, beans good too. Beans legit. Alex up in this giant. Like I've been noticing you, but like I ain't say what's up. But what's up, Alex? Alex over there about to get him some beans, right, Alex? Being vegan can make you live longer. Yes, vegan can make you live longer. It'll make you feel great too. What's good? But being vegan ain't for everyone. I'm just gonna keep it real. Because being vegan, like, it's definitely gonna change your social aspect. Like, it's definitely gonna change your social circle. And like, can you deal with like being hungry and then not relating with people as much? Like both of those two things. Like, I don't think everybody can deal with that. They miss me out there. I was just looking at flights to New York the other day. So I was looking at flights to New York. It was like 2:30, and I was looking at flights to Hawaii, and it was like 2:30. And I was thinking, I think I'd rather go to Hawaii than New York. But I didn't book a flight because I think in December I want to stay in the Bay Area the whole December. Like I just want to stay. Yeah. You say get a jacket. Hey, it's gonna be cold. Bring a lot of batteries because when it's cold, them boosted boys be dying fast. Wine's good. Wine's hella good. That's one thing I like a lot about New York, cause like when you go to New York, you don't really see a lot of grocery stores. Okay, you don't see a lot of grocery stores. You see a lot of fruit stands, people selling fruit. You see a lot of people selling vegetables. You see a lot of people like just selling like hot, fresh, legit food on the street. But you don't just see a lot of grocery stores. But then another thing I'm gonna tell you something about New York too, is you don't see a lot of big people, okay? But when I go back home to Memphis, I be blown away when I get off the plane, yo. Money is in December, no joke. That's why I ain't traveling nowhere in December. Come on, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to put 10,000 here and put 10,000 there and put 10,000 here. So why you think I'm gonna be around in December? Like I don't want to travel. I don't want to go nowhere. I might not even go nowhere in January, yo. I wanted to stay here in the Bay Area and get money, bro. Get bread, be chilling, eat some amazing food, no stress, make America great again. Cause I'm in this joint, yo. That's why America weak, because I'm always traveling, yo. I need to be right here, living it up, right here, inspiring folks. Yo, let's go make some money. Let's do these apps. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's go do this. Let's do that. Let's be the best person you can be. Let's drive EVs. Let's ride electric skateboards. Let's eat vegan, yo. Yeah, something like that. Jermaine, call me when you finish this stream. I'll call you. I don't know when I'm gonna finish this stream. I'm just chatting. I just been chilling by myself like this week. It's been like a quiet week. Corrected raise. Don't go to the DL. It's all strip clubs. Nah, see, the thing, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Why I won't really mess with the ATL? I won't really mess with the ATL because the ATL is just a little too American for me. Like, I'm sorry to go that way, but like, it's just a little too. That's why I love California, because California is the U.S., but California don't have the same super strong American influence that most places in the U.S. got, okay? Like, it don't. And then by ATL being so black dominant, like, it's just too goddamn American for me. And then it's in the South. Like, it's in the South. I grew up in the South, yo. I grew up in the South. The first thing I wanted to do was get out of the South. Like, I just didn't want the identification with the South, okay? So, like, that's why I'm not a fan of Florida. That's why I talk so much shit about Florida, bro, because it's in the South. Like, I want to be in the South. I want to be in the West. Because I look at the West as a place to go to. I look at the West as a place of... I look at the West completely different than the South. You know, when I'm on an airplane leaving Memphis, one of the most best feelings ever, is when the plane lands in California and it's in the daytime. That's like one of the best feelings ever, because like I'm looking out the window and it just looks so beautiful and it's so peaceful and it's just an inspiration. It's an inspiration. I see so much inspiration out here. I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. I just feel like I can just do it all, you know? Not at all Florida's the South. I don't know. But Florida's just different, like. And then like ATL, like I ain't just really been to ATL, but like, are people like, whenever I think of ATL, I just think of like, but it's like going to a place before I travel. Like, I always think of a place and I'm usually always wrong, like every single time. But when I think of Atlanta, I think of Atlanta as a place where like, yeah, it's like, it's a lot of black people in power, a lot of black people doing good, but I also look at it as a place where like, it can be very, like, competitive and very cutthroat and very, like, I mean, kind of like San Francisco, you know? But just black people doing it everywhere. Like, that's kind of how I think of it. Like, maybe it's not as expensive, but, you know what I mean? It's going to be the same thing with San Francisco. It's all about the connections, who you know, where you've been, like, what school you went to, like. So I don't think it's going to be, like, any different, you know? Yeah, that's what I would think, like. So I'm thinking it's still going to be the same keeping up with the Jones. Like, I would imagine it would be way more keeping up with the Jones. Like, oh, I got a Mercedes. And, like, oh, you ain't got one. You ain't got one. That's one thing I actually love about San Francisco is, like, people don't show off flash the same way. I think this is one reason that really has pulled me into this city. Because people don't show off the same way. People show off differently. Like, people don't show off with their cars. Because think about it. Think about this here. Cars are horrible investments. Cars are horrible. A car loses value faster than, like, almost anything else you can buy. And in this country, cars are like just the biggest thing that people show off. So like if you think about it, that's like the worst thing to show off. And like in the city, like people don't show off cars. Like if someone has a car, check this out, they got a damn Prius. And it's like no big deal. Like where you gonna park it at around here? Like what you gonna be sitting in traffic all around everywhere around here. Like people show off like different, like way different here. Like it ain't about what you drive, and it's more like what neighborhood you live in, what building you live in, like what do you do for work, how much time do you take off work, you know, like people show off differently. But then down south people show off, see, food said Prius, but I'm being real, like you have a Prius and like, yo, you doing good around here. It's like, oh yeah, you got a nice car. But like if I pull up in a Prius in Memphis, my folks gonna be making fun of me, yo, because everybody got a Cadillac. You know, everybody got a lack. I wanna ask y'all something. When was the last time you seen a Cadillac in San Francisco? When was the last? Like I'm thinking, I ain't seen a damn Cadillac around here in so long. And if you do see a lack in San Francisco, it's gonna be an Escalade. And check this out, it's gonna be an Escalade, and it's also gonna be a driver driving the Escalade. It ain't gonna be someone just riding around in an Escalade in the city. People don't show off like that in the city. People don't ride lax in the city. If you got money and you showing off in the city, you know what you're gonna be riding? You're gonna be riding a McLaren, yo. You know how many McLarens I see you riding around this joint? Maybe like 2 or 3, and it's probably some rich ass landlord. You know, if you got real money in the city, you're gonna be riding that. But like people don't even show off cars like that, because in the city, you don't see cars. Like I work in the same office with you, but like I ain't gonna never see your car because ain't no parking lot around us. Like everybody walking, you know. But in the city, but in a place like Memphis, you know, you working your warehouse job, everybody gonna see your car in the parking lot because you the employee of the month. You the employee of the month, so you get a parking spot up front for the whole month, and everybody can see you come to work. So everybody see you riding in a lack, you know. I ain't got no lack, but you got a lack, so you doing real good, and you the employee of the month, you know. But in the city, it ain't like that, yo. You ain't showing off no damn lack. It's more about, oh yeah, we just got back from Fiji. Oh, so how long did you stay? Because my girlfriend and I, we went to Fiji last year. We stayed for 9 days. So how long did you stay in Fiji? Oh, we stayed in Fiji for 2 months. It was a short trip. That's how folks in the city show off. It's time. Because check this out. You can easily have a car. You can easily have a car, bro. Like a car ain't shit. You just gotta have good credit to get a car. Think about it. You just gotta pay your bills on time. They're gonna give you a Cadillac for cheap. So actually driving a lack ain't nothing. And you know how folks work all the time down south. So having a car ain't nothing when you work all the damn time. Like you should have a nice car. Like shit, you work all the time and don't take off, you know? But you're right, that's how we are programmed in this country. Like we're programmed, but like I'm not programmed that way, yo. Like majority of my money this month, it went to the stock market. Like it didn't go to buy fucking shit that I didn't need. Like it just went to the stock market. Like I literally just bought shares and just bought stock in company. And like hopefully in the future I make more and more of it, you know, and hopefully I keep buying like $1,000 a week in stocks. Like I think that's incredible. Like that's dope. $1,000 a week. Like that's $4,000 a month, yo. That ain't bad. You know, like I want to get to a goal of like $100,000 like pretty soon, you know, like pretty soon. And if you're not into consumerism, you can do that. Like you can really do that. Like you can really hit these goals, you know. It's not unachievable. It's achievable. But you got to think in that direction, you know. You got to think in that direction. Got to think in that direction. If you don't think in that direction, you ain't going to get there, because how you know where you want to go if you don't dream it, how you know where you're going to go? Like I've dreamed of traveling to different countries. So like that's where I know I want to go. But if I don't dream of that, I ain't gonna get there. So sometimes you gotta dream. You gotta dream, and you gotta sit back. You gotta make that dream your reality, cause you can do it. You can do it. But you gotta push. You know. Shut up. Oh my God, my bad. Oh, you wasn't talking to me. Okay, cool. Cadillac. You escaped the Matrix. I did escape the Matrix. But I don't know. It's all about your energy, like what you put back out. You know, like I noticed lately. I feel that a lot of people are not. A lot of people sort of. Maybe they just don't want to deal with me. But a lot of people just ain't on my wavelength. Like, you guys, I literally wake up and like, I just ask myself like, why is my life so amazing right now? Like, why is it so awesome? Like, what did I do to have things like this in my life? Like, but I think that I just, like, I stay away from negative energy, okay? Staying away from negative energy will do so much of your life. I stay away from people who talk about people, okay? I'm actually kind of nervous to go back home because I know when I go back home, like I'm gonna be around family members and I gotta be talking about other family members. But like, if I'm around here and if I'm hanging out with someone and I hear someone talking about someone else, like, I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to be friends with them. You know why I don't want to be friends with them? Because if you're hanging out with me and you're talking about this person over here, that means that you will easily go to them and talk about me. So I can't trust you. Like, I can't trust you. You need to get away from me because you're a danger. Like, you're a bad person to be around. Okay? So when you're not around that energy, when you're not around negative energy, you have the power to dream. You have the power to dream because you're not thinking about negative things. You're not thinking about, is this person talking about me? Is this person talking? Your life's going to be good. Life's going to be really good, yo. Like, it's going to be really good. I'm telling you because this is what I'm experiencing right now. I don't know if it because I've been traveling for so long and I've been to so many fucked up countries. I've had so many fucked up experiences and I've just been this and that and this and that. And then I get back to the US and I'm just like, I hear so many people say so many bad things about this country. I heard so many people say, oh, this is just the worst country and you should never live in the US. And I come back and I'm just like, this is the best damn country I've ever been to. Like, all these people are just stupid. Like, they're just stupid. Like, something didn't work out for them. And they're just upset. And they see me and I'm bouncing off the walls. I'm happy. I'm like, go US, go Trump, because you are the pilot of this plane and I'm sitting behind you on this plane and I don't want you to crash this plane because if you crash this plane, I'm going to die on this plane. So I am rooting the president because I am not an idiot. I'm not someone that's like, hey guys, I don't like the president, so fuck the country. Like, really? Don't your family live in this country? So you saying fuck your family too? Like I don't know. I just makes me some insane people outside the US, yo. I just meet some insane people, and I'm like, I'm so glad to be back here, yo. I'm so glad to be back because a lot of things are working out amazing for me here, and maybe things aren't working out the same for everyone else, but I can only speak for myself here. And like, things have just been amazing, yo. Like, it's been so amazing. It's been so amazing, like. I think the U.S. is an amazing country. Don't get me wrong. A lot of things are fucked up here. But then, if you really get really deep into politics, nothing's fucked up with America. There's nothing absolutely wrong fucked up with it. Everything is set up in a way for things to profit off each other. Every single thing, like even killing black people, okay? Even the amount of people who die in car accidents on American freeways, even the amount of people that die in wars, even the amount of black people that are incarcerated in jails, like if you really, really get deep into politics, it all works together. But like, I mean, I don't really want to get that deep into politics, but that's just another way that like you can look at it. Like, how long is this live stream gonna go? I really want to go outside and smoke, honestly. I'm just gonna keep it for real with y'all. I mean, I live in California. That's what we do. Smoke me up. So who is this? Jarian 42. Jarian 42. Did you come to the subscriber meetup? I'm trying to remember who came to the subscriber meetup. Get out, brother. What's your star? I don't know what my star sign is. I'm getting kind of hungry. I've live streamed for 1 hour and 62 minutes. I'm just gonna keep going. Like, this is fun. I'm having fun with y'all today. Expat at large, 420 meetup. Even from San Diego, I'll be there. Your first live stream. That's pretty awesome. Oh, you're gonna try to come to the next live stream? I just had an edible. There are so many people in this stream. I can't believe there's so many people in this stream right now. Hit the caviar. Let's get that bread. So I usually would do caviar, but the reason why I don't do caviar on the weekends is because of I have the skateboard. And the buses run crazy slow on the weekends, and all the orders are like in the middle of the city. And I can't work in the middle of the city because it's too hilly. And during the Monday through Friday, all the orders are in the financial district. So like with the skateboard or with a bike or even walking would just be way easier, you know? So on the weekends, I try to do TaskRabbit gigs. So I hope someone hires me to do something. You know, like help move or something. Dude, so check this out. Guys, I had two TaskRabbit gigs last night. Yo, so like, the first one was like pretty chill. So this lady wanted me to come to her house. She wanted me to help her pick up a piece of furniture and take it up the stairs. So I went to her house. We got in the car. We went and picked up the furniture. We came back to her house, took it upstairs, dropped it off. Everything was cool, right? Then I had another TaskRabbit gig. You thought I already had 100,000 saved up. I don't know, like, I do have a bunch of money saved up, but I actually want to save, like, another 100,000, like, not another 100. I want to save, like, 100,000, like, not including the money I already have, but an actual 100,000, right? I want it in one account, in a dividend account, and it's a long story. But, like, the second TaskRabbit gig, so I'm looking on Google Maps, and I'm just like, all right, this looks pretty cool, like, it's not that far. And the description says nothing, right? And I'm thinking, okay, this says nothing, but obviously they want me to do something. Then the customer texts me. She says, oh, I just have 2 bags I would like for you to help me take downstairs. And I'm thinking, okay. I'm thinking like 2 grocery bags, like 2 Whole Foods shopping bags. Whole Foods. I was thinking 2 Whole Foods shopping bags. So I was thinking, that's not that bad, right? It can't be that heavy. I'm looking on the map, and it shows the pickup location, and it shows the drop-off location. But it's so close on the map, it looks to be within the same block. So I'm thinking to myself, does she want me to just pick up the bags and take them from one side of the building and put them on the other side of the building? Like, why won't she just do it, you know? So I'm thinking, okay, whatever, right? It pays $58 an hour. So I'm like, okay, we can just go there and see what's going on. You know, no big deal. So I go there, right? And I'm skating and I'm looking on the map and I'm thinking, this is gonna be easy, bro. And then I get to the street. And I'm looking for the street, and I'm like, this street is like there's like no streets like that just around here. And then I look up, and when I look up, there's a stairwell. This stairwell is like, it goes up, and there's another block. Like another block. This block doesn't connect to this block because this stairwell is like, maybe it's 200 flights of stairs or something. Like, it's like a decent stairwell. And I'm down at the bottom, and I'm looking, I'm like, I have to go there. And I'm thinking, okay. So I'm walking up the stairs, and I'm just like, oh, big, bad, like, oh yeah, this ain't shit. Like, I got this, right? I'm walking up the stairs. Halfway up the stairs, I'm just like, whew, dang. And I saw some people behind me, they were walking up the stairs too. When I got halfway up, those people turned around and left. They were like, fuck these stairs, like, we're gonna go another way. So I kept going up the stairs, and then I get to the lady's house, right? And I'm thinking, where in the hell am I? Because there is nowhere to get here in a car. Like, it's just all steps and just, there's no walkways, it's just steps, okay? Knock on the lady's door. She comes to the door. Oh, thank you for coming. I have my driver, he's waiting downstairs, but I just need you to help me carry these 2 bags. These 2 70-pound bags, right? 2 70-pound suitcases, right? And I had to take them down like 200 flights of stairs. Yeah. For $58 an hour. I mean, it took me 20 minutes, you know? But Alex, when I mean this lady has some junk in the trunk, I'm talking about she has some junk in her bags, yo. When I had to carry her bags down the stairs, bro. That shit was so heavy, dog. I said, man, these folks on TaskRabbit having me sign up for some crazy jobs, yo. Crazy jobs. And then Stairway to Hell or Heaven. And the lady was like, it was just 2 big bags, okay? She had one suitcase, a small suitcase. The suitcase wasn't that heavy, but she also had a dog, and she had some 2 other bags in her hand. And I actually like went up and actually helped carry her bag down because she couldn't even carry it. Yeah, I'm still alive right now. She couldn't even carry it because it was so heavy. I'm telling everybody about this story of me getting paid $58 an hour to help this like lady carry these huge suitcases down like 200 flights of stairs at night. Okay, like, yeah, at night. Yeah, it was insane. Yeah, and then I also had to carry the skateboard, and I had to carry my backpack, and I had to carry one of her bags because she was like 70 years old, she couldn't really move. And then, I don't know, I guess the Uber driver was waiting down there for her for like an hour. Like, literally, because she was just like, yeah, I'll pay you, but like, I can't move these bags, you know? Do you have the most savings in your family? I don't really know. Like, I don't really know. I don't really know, like, what my family saves. But one thing I will say, like, I definitely have a very high savings rate. Like, I've just noticed since I've been back, like, I saved so much money because I don't have anything to buy. I mean, there is an electric bike I may buy. It's like $4,000. I may buy an electric bike soon. But then there's also another electric bike I could buy that's much cheaper. It's $2,000, you know? But then, let's see, I think maybe eventually I want to buy a Rolex. Like, that's like one thing I want to buy. Like, I want to buy a gold Rolex. But a gold Rolex is like $10,000. And if I had $10,000 right now, I probably wouldn't buy a watch, you know? But if I had, you know, $50,000, maybe I'd buy a $10,000 watch, you know? Like, I'm just really into things. Like like different things. Like traveling has introduced me to other things. Like before traveling, like, I didn't care shit about fancy watch, but you know, like if I want to buy anything, it's gonna be something like jewelry related. You know, a Cartier bracelet, a Rolex. Like I want things like that. Like I don't want a car. Like I really don't want. I don't want anything else. Like I don't want clothes. You know, like I got my favorite North Face jacket. I got my favorite freaking Lululemon jacket. You know, but like I don't really need anything else. You know, this is kind of how I see it. I lack. Where am I gonna park a lack? If I lived in Memphis, believe me, I would probably want a car. And then if I would have a car, I would get. Of course, it would be an electric car. I'd probably have a Tesla. Or I'd probably have or I'd probably have like, maybe a Chevy Bolt or something, you know. But I actually do have a lot of gold. I mean, I don't wear gold because wearing gold is just not a big thing in America. But I definitely have a lot of gold. Maybe I'll wear some gold coins because I like Krugerrams a lot. But then I don't want to walk around San Francisco with a Krugerram on, you know. Like it's like $1,500, just like the coin, and then like not the gold piece around, and then the chain that you have on it. And I don't really like to be flashy like that, you know. But I definitely like gold. Gold is dope. Gold is freaking dope, especially on black skin, you know. I think it's gold. Be careful traveling with a Rolex. So even if I did buy a Rolex, I wouldn't even wear it every day because it's not my style. It's not my style. Like I would probably buy it and leave it in like a safe deposit box. Like I probably wouldn't. Literally, I would not even wear it, yo. Like I can't freaking skateboard with a $10,000 watch on. Think about it. Like what am I gonna do when I crash, yo? I'm not flexing. Like I'm just like people flex in the U.S. with their cars all the time. Why can't I flex with a watch? Think about it. People ain't even driving $10,000 cars, yo. I'm not trying to get flashy on y'all. I'm just letting y'all know that like I like other things that maybe you don't think I would be into just because you don't see me with. You know, like the world has opened up so much more flash than the flash I see in America. Bill Gates never flexed, but you don't see me flexing either. Like you don't. I said I would buy a Rolex. You ain't seeing me flashing wearing one. You know. I said I would buy one though. So your time is worth more. I didn't say that. And anyway, I would rather like I said, I would rather have $10,000 working for me in other places. You know, if you had $10,000 in a REIT, you could be making $100 in passive income a month off of that REIT. But $10,000 Rolex on your wrist, you're not making any money passively a month. You know, so just because I had the money, just because I had $10,000, don't mean I'd go out and buy a Rolex. Like if I had $10,000 today, I would just sit on it. Like I wouldn't buy anything. But just sit on it. I don't need anything. Like I don't need anything. I need to go to the fucking dentist. You know, that's something I could probably spend money on. But like things, like I don't need anything. There's nothing I want to buy. Like maybe some new cologne. But like that's cheap, like $100 for some cologne. Like, but there is some cologne at Saks Fifth Avenue I want that costs like $300. But then the thing is, like, I want two of them. Like I don't just want one, I want two, so that's like $600. But like I don't want to pay $600, so I ain't buying that shit. So you don't need stuff. Just like I don't need a Rolex, but I want one. But I don't need it. What time is it now? Like I have no watch. See, I want an Apple Watch, but I don't need an Apple Watch, so that's why I ain't bought an Apple Watch. But right now I'm asking y'all what time it is. What time it is? My gosh, this stream is so long. Apple new iPods are fire. He will have Google Glass next to it. I won't get Google Glass. You ever think you'll be a big YouTuber? I will not be a big YouTuber because I don't have the qualifications of big YouTubers. I don't do things that big YouTubers do. Big YouTubers, they fabricate the truth a lot. Big YouTubers, I'm just a little bit more real with people. And a lot of big YouTubers not, you know. You'll never know. I guess I never know, right? Have you joined the Planet Tree like Elon? Oh, I haven't started planting any trees. Did the Marry 100 Country vlogger ever reach out to you? Mary, no, I don't think anyone reached out to me about that. But a problem with travel vlogging is there's so many people doing travel vlogging right now. This is like really one thing that has me greatly discouraged about travel vlogging. So many people are doing travel vlogging, like so many people are doing it. And people do it. There's so many ways you can do travel vlogging. You can do travel vlogging with your girlfriend. You can do travel vlogging with a best friend. You can do travel vlogging. There's so many genres of travel vlogging that like, it's almost like I don't even want to do travel vlogging anymore. Like I almost want to make videos just talking about making money, but those videos aren't even making any money. How many countries left before reaching your goal? 35? There are so... You mean Mary Jane, like the black girl that's traveled to 100 countries? She's like really young, I'm sorry to say. And if any, traveling to 100 countries in 1 year, come on, guys. Think about that for a second. Like, I don't want to go to 100 countries in 1 year. You do travel vlogging as a gig economy worker. Yes, but you can't exactly do gig economy work in different countries because of like different laws and different regulations. She counted airports as visiting countries too. So she did. So if she went to an airport, she counted that as a country. You know, believe it or not, a lot of travelers do that, including myself. Now, the reason why I would include a country that I've only been to the airport, the reason why I will say that I have been to that country is because actually one simple reason. One simple reason. Now, there's only a few countries that I claim this title on. There's only a few countries. Japan and Fiji. These are the only two countries that I tell people that I've been to, but I've actually, technically, I kind of haven't been to either one of these countries. The reason why I say that I have been to Fiji and I have been to Japan, but I've never had my passport stamped, is because if I was in the airport, like when I was in the airport in Tokyo, technically I wasn't in Japan, right? But if I died in the airport, what country did I die in? Did I die in the United States, a country that I was traveling to? Or did I die in Thailand, a country that I just left from? But if I was on Japanese soil in the airport, that means that I have been to Japan. Okay, in the same way with Fiji, you know? I never left the airport in Fiji, but If I died in the airport in Fiji, I didn't die in Australia and I did not die in the US. I died in Fiji. Okay, so technically, I was in Fiji. I mean, if you're on a plane and the plane lands and the plane touches down, you are in that country. Regardless of what anyone has to say, right? Regardless if people say, yeah, but you didn't see the Eiffel Tower and you didn't go to this neighborhood and you didn't see this and you didn't see that. Technically, if the plane landed in that country, you are in that country. Because if the plane crashed, you would have crashed and died in that country. Like, so, yeah, like I actually follow, I follow that same rule. But I always tell people it's only 2 countries. It's not like I've been to 65 countries and 20 of the countries I've been to have been airports. Like, no, it's only 2 countries. It's Fiji and it's Japan. So when I do go to Japan, that's not a new country that I've been to. That's technically a rerun country, which is kind of one reason why I'm not so hyped on going to Japan, because it won't be a new country that I've been to. But it really will be a new country that I've been to. Did any of that make any sense to y'all? I can understand why a lot of people would disagree with that. Yeah, there's a couple people on YouTube that have been to every country in the world. That's a very, very strong title to walk around and hold. It's a very strong title. Like, hello, my name is Jermaine Ellis, and I have been to every country in the world. Like, literally, you are literally gonna crush people. And but the crazy thing about traveling to every country in the world, you guys want to know the insane thing about traveling to every country in the world? There's about 4,000 people in history that's traveled to about 4,000 countries. That has traveled to every country in the world. 4,000 people in history. Throughout all these people that have lived, it's about 4,000 people have been to every country. More people have climbed Mount Everest than been to every country in the world. So that is that's serious. That's serious, yo. I mean, just think if you've traveled to every country in the world, like the thoughts and the places and the experiences and the different things. I mean, you've seen more than you've seen it all. Not you've seen it all, but that would just be mind blowing. That's something I don't even want. I don't want to go to every country. I don't want that title. Yeah, but that is one. I mean, you want to talk about, graduating from a prestigious college, like, you go to every country in the world, you'll be speaking at prestigious colleges, because those educated people haven't even come close to what you've seen. Haven't even come close. Like, come close. Like, I've been to 65 countries, and I don't meet anyone that has been nowhere near the amount of countries that I've been to. And if I do, they're in the military. Like, there's this one guy at WeWork that he's like in the military, and like he's been to a lot of countries, and we definitely he's told me some pretty insane stories in different countries and stuff like that. And I've told him stories too. But when you like travel like that much, like, I don't know, like, I feel pretty numb after traveling to like 65 countries. Like, a lot of things that affected me and was a problem and a tribulation for me is like, oh, it's like nothing to me anymore. Like, just trying to figure out something super basic in this country is like nothing. Because I've been to so many other countries and I had to figure out this, had to figure out that, and problem solving just comes into play like over and 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 over, and you don't even speak the language, and everything's done differently, and like cultures are different. People move slow. When you just deal with that constantly, and then you come back to the U.S., this country's like such a piece of cake. Like everything's easy about this country. Like everything's easy. Everybody speaks fucking English. Like I can just go to an ATM right here on the street and just pull out money and it's my bank. Like how easy is that? Like I've been in countries where like it's been days where I've seen an ATM. Like days. You know? So coming back here, like ain't nothing to worry about. It's easy. It's so easy. It's nothing. Piece of cake. Traveling can be very stressful. Very stressful. Yeah, rode the skateboard out of the airport in Sydney. That's just insane. Got hit by 2 cars in Australia. Australians are horrible drivers, but come on, man. I give you a break. You're on this big island all down in the middle of nowhere by yourself. I guess you can't count their border control. Maybe you can count that. Well, so their border patrol is super easy in Australia. Super easy. Like, definitely no racial profiling going on there, you know. The guy was like, oh, what do you have? And I said, man, I got a whole bunch of candy from the U.S. He's like, is it in the wrapper, the plastic wrapper? And I was like, yeah, like I haven't opened any of them. He's like, just go ahead. Welcome to Australia. Have a good stay. And I was just like, oh, yeah, well, thanks, man. You just hooked it up. I think, well, some places, like, you know, one thing I have noticed, like, in certain parts of the world, especially in Central America, you have a lot of Americans who leave the U.S. and they go live in Central America. And a lot of these people don't like the U.S., and they also don't like pro-U.S. people. Now, it's kind of interesting because when I think of someone who is pro-U.S., you know what the type of person that comes to my mind? The type of person that comes to my mind is like a redneck. Your typical someone, as you would say, a Trump supporter. Someone who drives a really big truck. Someone who has a big American flag flying off the back of their truck, you know? When I think of someone who's very patriotic about the U.S., I think of an individual like that, okay? But I'm not that individual, okay? Like, you don't see me driving a big truck. And, you know, I am really big on American jobs because maybe a lot of Americans don't realize this, but American jobs are jobs for American people. So I am really big on American jobs because American jobs will help the country and will help everyone in this country. So why would I not be for American jobs? And why would any American not be for American jobs? But in like Central America, like I've met tons of people that are like, American jobs are stupid. And I'm like, you're fucking ignorant. Like, how can you be against American jobs? Like, do you realize that, like, you know, like, I don't know. I meet really weird people when I travel. Like, I feel that a lot of weird people are very attracted to me because of my attitude and I don't know, I just got a different vibe. And maybe people want to change that vibe about me. Maybe people are like, this guy's crazy. Like, he likes the U.S., but for what fucking reason? Well, things are working out great for me in the U.S. That's why I like it. I think I was going somewhere else with what I was going to say, but I got distracted. America is an excellent place for people to live and benefit from living. Where in the world are you now? So I'm back in San Francisco. I remember being being barked at by someone in the U.S. Turpin show. I nearly grabbed my trousers. But whenever I come back to San Francisco, like, enter the U.S. there, like, I, like, never have problems. Like, knock on wood, but, like, maybe I'm in the system or something, but, like, I, like, never have problems. It's always super nice, super friendly. Yeah, and I always tell them, like, yo, I just got back from country number what? And they're always, like, really? You must be rich. And I'm like, yeah, of course I'm rich. Like, how else would I be traveling in so many different countries? You know, and they're always like, welcome back. You know, I always say something like smart ass, you know, something, a joke or something, you know. I think they're really nice. I'm so used to your dreads now. I'm used to my dreads. It was weird, like when I first edited the red, it actually took me a minute to look at myself in the mirror. Like for real. Like it literally took me a minute. But now I'm like so used to looking at myself, I'm just like, this is me, this is me, this is me, this is me, this is me. And then when I first edited them, they was just doing weird stuff. Like they was just doing weird stuff. Like I didn't think it looked good, but like now I've got used to like what to do with it. Like I like to wear it like this, like just like this, because I can kind of control it and keep it out of my face. Because like right now, like this is in my face, but what I can do is take this and tuck it back here, and then it's out of my face. And then also with this setup here, I can easily put the helmet on top of all of this. And then once I put the helmet on top of all of this, it'll keep it all down out of my face when I'm skating. Majority of the day, I have the helmet on. So majority of the day, it's like held into place. And I don't even need this headband, but I just keep the headband when I take the helmet off. Because if I don't have the headband on, it's like all in my face. It's super annoying, you know? Pretend to get a rapper. So I definitely know, I notice that like people, like I get hit on a lot more with red hair. Like I definitely noticed that. Last night the chick was like, she was just like, oh yeah, boy, I like your weave. And she was like this a white woman, but like, I don't know, she kind of seemed like one of them white women that like, you know, she probably looked like one of them white women that's like going down to the Caribbean looking for a black dude, because she had a lot of flavor. For her to be like an older white woman like she was, she definitely had a lot of flavor, bro. Like, she definitely down with the chocolate, like, for real. And then the fact that, like, she just, like, straight up, like, called me out, was like, oh, yeah, I like your weave. You know, like, that's, like, such a black thing to say. Like, white people don't talk like that. Like, she definitely got some flavor in her, yo. But most other, like, most other white people, like, act like, oh my gosh, your hair is so cool. And I'm like, you know that this is not my hair, right? I know that you ain't that fucking stupid. Like, come on. Like, as I'm talking about chocolate, I'm about to have me some chocolate because, you know, chocolate like chocolate. How is being black traveling? Is there a question I really need to know? Because I know from people it's different experience than black. Okay, so like I kind of like it, like especially if I'm in Eastern Europe, like I like it because you gotta think like it's not a lot of black people there. So since there's not a lot of black people there, right? Like I'm like I can be walking down the street and like everybody gonna be looking at me and shit, right? So like I can be like this shit because I'm black and ain't a lot of black people here. So it's kind of like black privilege, you know? Like people want to take photos with you. Like sometimes it's weird, sometimes it's not, you know? Sometimes it's super cool. Sometimes you want to get laid and it's super easy to get laid because you're in a place and it's just nothing but like white chicks. It's nothing but white chicks and you're just like, yo, is this really paradise or like, is this hell on earth? And then you ask yourself questions like, so what would the black community say about this? I'm a black guy and I'm in the middle of all these white people. What would they say? They would say, run away. But then you're like, well, dang, I can have a blast here, you know? So it really depends on how you look at it, you know? Some places I don't really like to be black in as much. Like Ukraine was a little weird to be black in. But then also like Macedonia was like super chill to be black. Like super chill to be black. Dubai, did not want to be black in Dubai, yo. South Africa, it's freaking amazing to be black. You know why? Because everybody's black. Black people are the dominant people. It actually sucks to be white in South Africa. Like it actually, like I don't mean to be racist, but like if I'm in South Africa, I would rather not hang out with white people, because if I hang out with white people in South Africa, everybody is gonna stare at them, and then everybody's gonna stare at me. But if I'm hanging out with black people in South Africa, nobody is gonna look at me. They're gonna think he is just African, like he's black, you know? That's just how it is, you know? So it really depends on where in the world you are. Like in Australia, I felt like being black was like being black in San Francisco. Like it was like no different. Like it doesn't help you. It doesn't really hurt you. Well, let me take that back. Maybe it kind of does hurt you in San Francisco, but like I feel like in Australia, like it was just really boring. It was really bland. Like being black is like nothing special. It's not cool. It's not a bad thing. Like I didn't feel like people were discriminating against me because I was black. Like it's just different in different regions of the world. Like I like Eastern Europe and I like South Africa. But then also Asia, there's Southeast Asia. And my thing about Southeast Asia, it just seems like Asians are like really into white dudes. Okay, it just seems to be that way to me. So like but then also, I'm not really into Asian girls. Like, the chick I worked for last night was a Chinese girl. She was fucking hot, yo. And it wasn't like she was, like, special, but, like, maybe it was just her attitude. Like, she was just, like, all American, but, like, she looked Chinese. And, like, she was just cute. Like, she was kind of hot. But, like, I'm just not really that into Asians, unless they just look really different. Like, if you're really, really tall and you Asian, like, I'm going to be like, damn, you look hot, you know? Or if you got dreadlocks and you Asian, I'm gonna be like, damn, you cool. But like, how many Asian girls I've seen with dreadlocks? I'm just trying to think. I mean, have I ever seen any Asian girls with dreadlocks? Hello, what's good? I'm just still going. But I don't know. Like, I don't really see. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of like Eastern Europe because like I'm exotic, you know. I'm special. I mean, also with red hair, like red hair just sticks out. You know, one thing that really made me want to get dreadlocks was because the whole saying, black guy with dreads, black man with dreads, black male with dreads, like black dude with dreads, like I just want to fit that stereotype for some reason. Like I come to the city, I see so many black dudes with dreads. And it's like not a stereotype, but it's like a description. It's like black man with dreads. Like I see so many black dudes with dreads, and then when I went to South Africa, it's like, yo, everybody has dreadlocks around. It's like if I don't have dreadlocks, I'm the minority, you know? And then I just got like greatly influenced, you know? And then I was like, yo, like, then I was watching YouTube videos, I just got influenced of like hair colors. I was like, yo, red dreads would be dope. So I just made them red, just because they stick out like a lot. They stick out a lot. So like, now I'm not just a black dude with dreads, I'm the black dude with red dreads. So like, whenever I'm out meeting somebody, I'll just be like, yo, look for a black dude with red dreads. And it's just so easy to find me, you know? Like, if I'm in a crowd and I'm looking for people, because I was looking for someone on a TaskRabbit gig, and they're like, what are you wearing? And I said, look for a black dude with dreadlocks, red. I got a skateboard. And like, seconds later, they just walked up to me like, what's up? And I'm like, yep, that's me. So what time is it now? I gotta figure out what time it is. Ooh, so it's getting warm out there. So what I'm gonna do, I have been indoors for a little bit, and I'm sweaty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm about to do something. Hopefully nobody like randomly walks into this room. Because this is what I'm wearing right now. Like I wear shorts all the time. Because I always love to wear shorts. But then it'd be too cold to wear shorts, so I wear some underneath shorts. But right now, it's hot out there. So you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to get creative and I'm gonna have to get naked up in WeWork. Yes. So I gotta take these pants off underneath, so I'm gonna do it as I'm talking to y'all. So anyway, I just hope no one randomly just walks up in here because they're gonna see me sitting in the office with my underwear on. They're gonna be like, what's going on up in here? Some black dude with some red hair sitting in the office with with this underwear on. Well, yeah, because I'm trying to change my pants. Because it's really hot. One nation under God and religious. I won't stand up because if I stand up, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. Woo! Yes. Ow! Yes. So I was on the internet yesterday, and check this out. I was, I got some skateboard shoes, right? And you guys know me. I don't just buy shoes. Like, I buy shoes when, like, I destroy shoes, right? And I got these. They were, like, $60, and they're getting kind of banged up. The part where I always destroy shoes is right here. Like, somewhere over here, they'll just break, right? And then once you rip this part, when it's raining outside, your feet will get wet, okay? So I always like rip here, and then when you skateboard, what happens is you constantly file this part down because the skateboard is sandpaper, and when you skate, you constantly file it down. So like, I can feel this shoe about to rip like any second because when you're running and you jump off the board, like you put a lot of pressure, you pull this. So like, I'm on Amazon, I'm trying to buy some shoes, right? And these shoes are like, it's the same exact shoes, but it's just a different color. So they're on sale for like $38. So I was like, crap, let's get some because they're not $65 or $35, right? And I was like, yeah, let's get them. Ordered the shoes. They're coming, right? They're coming, good. This morning, I checked the shoes again because I was like, if they have another color and they're still $38, like I'm just gonna get some more. Like I'll just get another color, you know? I'm like, I can just fucking buy shoes if I want to. It's not like I buy stuff all the time. Like I'll just buy whatever I want if I want it, you know? So I was like, yo, let's just get another pair of shoes. Let's get another color, you know? Because they're cheap, they're on sale. Like I don't want to pay $65 when I can get them here for $38, you know? So I went, checked this morning, and they had another color on sale for $31, but it was like a gray color. I didn't really want the gray color as much, so I was just like, whatever. And then I checked back on the first ones, the ones I got yesterday, and those had dropped from $38 to $31. So what do? I'm like, can we cancel the ones from yesterday, right? Because I'm trying to get them $7, you know, 38 versus 31, you know, I'm trying to, like, that's like a caviar delivery, $7. Like, I'm trying to get that $7 back, right? So I am on there trying to cancel the order, right? Because the order was placed, but like the order hasn't been shipped. So I'm thinking I can just cancel it, right? So I can't cancel the order. So what do? I order the shoes again for the $31. So now I got 2 pairs of shoes coming, the same exact size, right? So when the first ones get here, I'm just gonna return them back because they cost $38. And when the second ones get here, I'm just gonna keep them joints. You know, so. But I really wanted another color, but I wanted them for like, you know, $31, you know, for cheap. Because I'm just gonna destroy these shoes, yo. Like the first day I got these shoes, they were already, the top of these shoes were like already dirty, like the first day. Like this part was like covered because I used this foot to drop the skateboard down. Y'all talking about how flexible, I'm not. I'm like totally not flexible, guys. Like, I am not flexible. What are y'all talking about? Jermaine is not flexible. Like, I'm like not, like I'm so overweight. Like I should be fasting right now. Like I eat too much. Like I'm seriously, I am not flexible. Like I do not do yoga. I just wear yoga clothes. You know, I just wear a yoga hoodie and I wear the yoga pants and I got about 5 yoga mats. No, I think I got 3 yoga mats actually. That's a lot of yoga mats. But yeah, but I'm like not flexible. Like I'm not flexible at all. Like I'm just not. I do not do all of these flexible things because flexible, I'm overweight, so I need to lose weight. So my stomach is just like look at this. Look at this. Like I'm like overweight, guys. Like I should be on a diet. That's why I'm not eating right now, because I can lose weight. But anyway, 2 hours and 9 minutes. Dang, yo, this is a freaking long live stream. He need meat. Believe me, I got plenty of meat. Okay, so what am I gonna do today? Live stream with you guys almost 2 hours, and this is a skateboard meetup. I don't know if I want to go to the skateboard meetup because I don't know. Let's figure it out. I gotta do something. I gotta do something soon. Take this stream on the road. I don't think I want to do that. I don't know. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting really hungry, actually. Thoughts on fare car for Uber? I haven't used fare car yet. You know, if I actually stay here in the winter, Metro board made in the USA. Oh, really? What up, Ghetto Latin? What's going on, Ghetto Latin? Does smoking make you skinny? It doesn't make me skinny, but it'll definitely curb your appetite. But like, I don't really, like, I do eat quite a bit, believe it or not. Like, you would be surprised how much I can eat. Yeah, you would be surprised, yo. What time is it over there? It is, I don't know, let's see. It's 12:30. Don't complain, you're the one who pushes the plate away. Oh, I'm not complaining. Like, I don't want to gain weight, yo. It just kind of worked out for me. Like, because a lot of people in my family are, like, my mom's small, but, like, my brother, he's definitely lost more weight. But then his kids are kind of like, no, like, I'm, like, really little, like, basically. But then also, I move around a lot. Like, I don't drive. Like, I take the skateboard. I'm running up and down all these hills. Like, I'm a very, very active person. And back home, a lot of people they drive a lot of places, you know? And then the weather is very different. So maybe you don't want to go outside because it's freaking freezing. Or maybe you don't want to go outside because it's freaking hot, you know? My brother's not fat. I'm not trying to say my brother is fat, but like, my brother is not little like me. Put it like that. Maven Gig has gotten too expensive. Like, Maven Gig has gotten too expensive. I would use Maven Gig, but I think it's $420 a week in San Francisco. And that's way too much, yo. There's not much to do in Memphis, though. You know what I'll do in Memphis? I'll probably just, like, hang out on Bill Street a lot when I'm in Memphis. Just be getting drunk every day. Because, I mean, I'm not gonna rent a car, so I'm not gonna drive. So what else the fuck am I gonna do? Most people work in the daytime. So what am I gonna do in the daytime? You know? Like, everybody works. Like, I don't know anybody in Memphis that just be chilling all day. And you gotta think, like, it's so expensive in San Francisco. I know plenty of folks that don't do shit and they just be chilling all day. Like, all day they be chilling. They don't do nothing, yo. And then you go to a place like Memphis, it's so cheap. Like, you can get a whole house, big 5-bedroom house, you be paying $1,500 a month. The same price I would pay for a room and a box, basically, around here. You can, I mean, still, United States of America, they got dollars, you know? It ain't like it's a third world country, you know? a lot of things are cheaper, but I just don't know nobody that just be chilling around there, yo. Like everybody just be working. Like people be up on them jobs, yo. Like I know people that got 3 and 4 jobs, and everybody got the same type of job, a warehouse job. Like everybody got a warehouse job, yo. But then FedEx is really big in Memphis too. You're right. It's all about location, location, location. What's your strategy for surviving? I'm coming packing. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just going up for like a week. And then I'm gonna be out. I don't even know what I'm gonna do there though. I mean, I hang out with my mom. Just hang out with the family, but I don't know. But then also in Memphis, like everybody be chilling at houses. See, in the city, you do everything out. There, everybody be at the house. So when you at folks' house, you be watching the news. They're gonna be talking about some killings. They're gonna be talking about some robberies. They're gonna be something fucked up on the TV. Trump gonna be on there talking about how he hate Mexicans, or how he don't like Muslims and shit. Everybody gonna be sitting around watching on TV and be like, man, I don't wanna watch that drama. We already know that man don't like us, so the fuck y'all keep watching it for? I don't know, like, the last thing I want to see on some TV is him. Like, shit. If y'all notice, when you watch YouTube videos and they talk about Trump, someone may be talking about him and they don't even say his name. They just say him. They refer to the president as him. Like, that's just how many people don't like him. That people refer to him as him. Because everybody know who him is. Like, I hear this shit all the time. Like, maybe it's one of those things like I pick up from traveling, but like, hear people purposely saying him. And it's like, damn, I ain't never heard them say that about Obama or Bush. If you come to the Midwest, take them red dreadlocks out. Believe me, I ain't coming to no Midwest or no America. Fuck no on that shit. I ain't trying to go nowhere in the middle or no United States or no America, yo. No, I'm staying away from them parts, yo. Like, no, I'm not trying to go over there. I'm telling you, if it's a red state, I'm cool, bro. I'm not trying to go over there unless it's Tennessee. Yeah, for real. And that's why the airplane going from California to Tennessee. And then we get back on the airplane going Tennessee back to California. Like, all these red states, these Republicans, these Democrats, man, look, I ain't got no time for that shit. Just like I ain't got time for no basketball, no football. I ain't got no time for all that, yo. Like, them red states, stay away. I don't even want to go to Atlanta, Georgia, yo. They red. They voted for Trump. No. Keep my money in these blue states, yo. Well, we got sanctuary cities where we let illegals come in. You can live here. You can work here, Yeah, I'd stay right here in California, yo. Or we homeless people in tents, yo. I mean, come on, what would the Republicans do with them? They'd probably kill them, At least we let them hang out. Like, let's not talk about politics here. Like, let's not. Anyway, what else have I got going on? Hey, I'm going to add some ice in here. My family is in Tennessee. I'm dropping my black Southern accent. I sure got a black Southern accent. It don't come out much, though. It don't come out much at all. Because I'm stuck up here in white San Francisco, so it don't really come out. So I like to try to talk proper when I'm around in San Francisco. Oh, yeah. It actually kind of sound a little Australian, right? This is the longest stream I did in a while, yo. I ain't did a stream this long. But like I said, I've been kind of lonely the past couple of days. Like, see, in the city, like, you're around people all the time, right? You constantly see people. So it's not like you're alone, but it's very easy to be alone. And I get that a lot because I don't, like I say, like, I'm self-employed. Like, I don't go to the same place every day. I'm not around the same people. So, like, I get lonely, you know? I mean, I try to go to the same places so I can, like, be around some of the same people. But a lot of those places are not, maybe they're not as positive, you know? So, yeah, I definitely go through that. I definitely have, yeah, I go through that, yeah. Lonely. Yeah, with all of y'all here, yeah. No one likes him. See, when you say him, I know exactly what you're talking about. SF has better weed than Memphis. You ain't never lied. But believe it or not, like, Memphis doesn't necessarily have bad weed. I mean, where do you think it came from? It probably came from California. So I don't necessarily think it's gonna be bad, you know? But I think UK has better weed than California. But then also the weed that I smoked in UK could have came from anywhere else. You know, it could have came from California. It could have came from some other place. Jermaine, would you move to the Tenderloin? I would definitely live in the Tenderloin. Tenderloin is cool because I like it because it is a black neighborhood, yo. Like, bottom line. I like it because a lot of folks don't even want to go to the TL because it is so black. Like, that's one reason why I like the TL. And it's right in the middle of the city. Like, you gotta think, people that come to the TL are real people. Okay? Because if you a pushover, if you're a little punk, you are not coming to the TL, yo. Like, I don't care what's going on there. If you a punk, you a pushover, you ain't going to the TL. Like, I give folks mad credit. Like, if you non-black and you live in the TL, I give you mad credit, yo. Like, because the TL is fabulous. Like, it is. It's hood fabulous. Like, you see some crazy shit going on in the TL. You see people shitting on the street. You see people getting their cars broken. You see people fighting on the street. You see the police get their ass beat on the fucking street in the TL. Like, you just see everything. You see hustlers. You see hoes. I mean, you see hoes pimping hoes. You see hoes pimping pimps. Man, you just gonna see everything. You might even see the president come through the TL, yo. Like, see, it's a zoo. It's a zoo with animals walking around that joint. Like, for real, yo. I like the TL. It's right in the heart of the city. It's so damn loud in the TL. It's a very noisy place, put it like that. And I'm not talking about the people, because the people aren't necessarily all of the noise when I say it's noisy. The thing about the TL being noisy is because you have so many buses and trucks and everything driving through. And you have the street sweeping early in the morning. So it's just it's a loud ass neighborhood. Like, just be lit all the time, yo. You know, but I feel a lot of people don't. I feel, a lot of people just maybe they just don't like it because it's different, you know. Like, if I was white, I probably would feel different about going to the TL. But I'm black, and when I go to the TL, majority of the time, people don't even really pay me any attention, you know? And I see everything that they're doing, and people be doing some fucked up shit all the time, you know? But then they see me, and they just like, well, it's just another black dude, whatever. Let's just keep breaking into this car, you know? We're trying to steal the shit out this trunk before the police come around the corner, you know? He ain't gonna say nothing, and I'm not, because I don't know, like, what if it's their car? Like, I don't know if they're actually breaking into the car. I don't know what the fuck they doing. Like, it could be his car. Maybe he locked the keys in the trunk. Like, I don't want to get involved, like, you know? Like, I ain't trying to say you doing this or that, but at the same time, it really could be your car, you know? Traveling is much easier. Oh, than living in the TL? Oh, yeah, traveling is easier than living in the TL is rough, y'all. A TL is the gutter. Have you been to Switzerland? Oh, Switzerland is very nice. Yeah. Switzerland is a much, much more affluent country than anywhere in the U.S. I'd have to say. I mean, to be honest. I mean, just being in Zurich and being in Geneva, I'm just like, yeah, we ain't got nothing like this in America. Nothing. We should actually come here and steal some of this Swiss shit and bring it back to the U.S. because they got a lot of things going good. I mean, actually, a lot of them European countries got a lot of things going good. But then at the same time, I'd be like, yo, let's not make America all European, you know? Let's not make America all European, because this is America. We ain't Europe. Like, we don't live like Europeans. We don't act like Europeans. We don't think like Europeans. We don't look like Europeans. I mean, we might look like Europeans, but like, no, we don't look like Europeans. We don't spend like Europe. We ain't Europeans. So sometimes when I see so much European influence coming to the U.S., I'm just like, it's okay to put it in California, but like, y'all about to do this shit in Texas? We are not a British colony, yo. We are not a British colony. Like, fuck off with that. This ain't no South Africa. This ain't no Australia. This ain't no Pakistan. We ain't no British colony. We don't drive on the left side of the road. We drive on the right side of the road. We America, yo. We ain't Brits. We don't talk like y'all. We don't say trousers. We say pants, fool. We don't speak with proper English. We make up the English language. Hollywood, we make up the English language, yo. Like, forget England. We the U.S., bro. Yo, I gotta get off here because I'm hungry. It's hot, like I'm sweating. Like, I feel like there's someone on the other side of the wall, like, listening to me. And I'm just gonna walk out and be like, what's up? You know, because I feel there's like maybe someone like right on the other side. Let's go see. No, I don't think anyone's here. Y'all see anyone here? That's a weird photo. I think I want to do a selfie right here. Can I do a selfie here? My selfie did not work. Yeah, WeWork is pretty lit. It is pretty cool. I want to see if this beer is working today. I'm probably going to get somebody in WeWork in trouble. I hope no one's from the city's watching this shit. Let's see if this works. Yep, it works. Yep, we got some beer. Oh. Stick this back in here. The longest stream I made was in New York. It was like 5 hours. I know. I didn't think it was actually gonna come on, because usually on the weekends it's like it's empty, like because during the week they empty it. So I'm like really surprised that there's actually beer in here. Like, I'm really surprised. But believe it or not, like I've been coming here for like years, like off and on. When I first came here, I was drinking a lot of beer, okay? But after like a week of drinking beer, it's like I hardly ever drink beer now when I'm at WeWork. Like this week, I think I had a couple beers because I was traveling on Monday and then I came back and I had been drinking on the plane like all day. And I got here at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The first thing I did was set my beer down and first thing I did was set my backpack down and got some beer, you know, because I'd been drinking beer all day. But like, I usually don't drink beer, but it is kind of nice to have beer, like, all the time, you know? Because I don't really just like to drink that much, but like, if I want to have a beer, I want to have a beer, and then I just don't have to pay for it, you know? So it's kind of cool. This is Pale Ale. Last week they had Fat Tire, or the week before last they had Fat Tire. I'm a huge fan of Fat Tire, but Fat Tire is not very popular in California. Like Fat Tire is very popular in Tennessee. How old are you? I am 20, no, I'm 32 years young. Yes, I am at WeWork. I'm about to leave like in a second though. Gosh, I gotta pee so bad, but like, it's 3 hours, really? Holy cow. I gotta pee so bad, but like, I'm trying to like hold it till I end this stream. I got a freaking mess to clean up. I got a freaking mad mess. Teas and piss while streaming. I don't want to piss while streaming. The thing I hate about this oatmeal is it always sticks in the bottom of these cups. I'll probably just leave this here because I don't think that anybody is gonna come here before I come back. Because like no one comes here on the weekend. People have lives and people have like partners and girlfriends and stuff like that. So people don't come to WeWork on the weekends. It's only like losers like me that come here because I don't have shit else to do with my life because I'm just a weirdo. And I like to come here and have live streams. And I was actually out riding earlier today, and I went on a pretty long ride. So I had to charge like 4 batteries. So instead of going all the way up the hill back to my buddy's place, I just came here because, I can get tea and water and use the internet. And I can also drink beer. But I'm pretty sure the beer is not supposed to be here on the weekends, like. But I don't think anybody from WeWork's gonna see this. But WeWork's about to go out of business anyway, right? So if WeWork's gonna go out of business, I'm gonna have to steal like half of these mugs so I can sell them on eBay and make money off of the old WeWork, right? This describes me. Love you, California. California's my bitch, yo. I love her. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna end this stream, okay? Wonderful pistachios are dope. Yes, they are. And yes, they are. So I'm gonna end this stream. I love all of you guys. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna come out with tomorrow. It'll probably be some Guatemala video that like I said, I wasn't really feeling Guatemala. My least favorite country I've been to. I did film a lot of stuff, but what I'll probably do is just like sort of sit down and tell a story about Guatemala and then show clips. Because the places that I went to were like, just really couldn't film there. And then a lot of people were saying, don't bring your phone if you're going to the market because people will rob you. And I'm thinking, if that market is so dangerous that people will rob me if I take my phone, I don't even want to be here, you know? Like if it's gonna be that dangerous. So like a lot of places I didn't get a lot of footage. I got really, really sick for 2 days, so I was in bed. Like, yeah, I'll come out with something tomorrow. Some story time. Maybe I'll tell y'all a story about that time that maybe I'll tell you about that story at the time I hooked up with this other married couple or something. I don't know. I got something for y'all tomorrow. But anyway, no, I'm joking. No more stories of me hooking up with married couples. That was just a joke. But anyway, I'm gonna get off for because I gotta go use the toilet and then I gotta go fool around with these skateboards and then go meet these folks. And then I don't even know if I'm gonna go ride because I need some belts for my skateboard. I ordered some off Amazon, but you know, Amazon they've been jacking me around with these skateboard belts, you know. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go do something different. I gotta go put something in the air. So I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Stay blessed.